We're rolling, motherfuckers.
Yeah, baby.
Episode 135, the day after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah!
Close enough.
You rock!
Black Friday aftermath.
Fuck that slave. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Black Friday.
Fuck no. Exactly.
It was surprisingly calm and cool when I showed up at work today.
That's surprising.
In a way, it's not really surprising knowing the COVID-19 bullshit that's still out there.
I figured these fuckers still wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Do they care about the COVID when they riot?
No, they don't.
So why would they care about it on Black Friday?
No. But then again, the all the Walmarts we have around here close at 10 p.m. and don't open till 7. So.
Kick his ass!
True, motherfuckers.
Yep.
Kick his ass!
Kick his motherfucking ass.
Kick his motherfucking ass. Kick that fat fucking ass. Yeah.
What up, Cassandra?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice. Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Oh, Costanza. You're about to pronounce it wrong.
Cassandra.
Kick his ass!
Oh, Cassandra!
100 plus episodes of Real as Fuck TV.
Yo.
Kick his ass!
Yeah. Revised version.
What up, Six?
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope that fat piece of shit ain't working.
If he's gonna come on, let's all fuck with him.
Kick his ass!
He's too good for us.
Let's all just fuck with the food, all throughout if he does call in. What the fuck?
Fucking shut up, Bullfrog.
Get back in your cage, bitch.
Real as
Fuck
Fuck
off,
TV.
Bullfrog.
Fucking bullfrog.
Squirting.
Kick his ass!
Yep.
So you're okay with me cutting the final row?
True. Real as Fuck TV.
True.
42!
Welcome to Real as Fuck TV. Your host for tonight, the legendary Minnesota Vikings fan. Straight out of Legends Long to stimulate your mind.
Fuck you then. Choo choo choo.
In the shotgun seat, the manager of the legendary Minnesota Vikings fan, the co-host of the show, famous in the YouTube coin world, the Minnesota Silver Hunter.
You fucking pussy. You fucking cunt.
Now, buckle up and get ready for the fucking ride of your life. Because Real as Fuck TV is live now.
Is that redneck?
Is that redneck in there?
Redneck. Yeah, that's him. What up, redneck?
Redneck and it left.
Fuck you then. Choo choo choo.
Tell me, prove it, prove it, prove it.
Right?
You fat lazy fuck.
Oh yeah, Real as Fuck TV, baby.
I'm this fucking pitbull.
Till the day that we die. Remember that.
Okay.
Is this 911? Please come. Fred Flintstone is down and having a heart attack.
That I got.
Please come.
Saying prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. I need proof, I need proof.
Hey, you got my
Fuck
message,
TV.
right?
No, I haven't checked. I didn't see none.
Your host for tonight, the legendary
Check it.
Minnesota
Right
Vikings
now.
fan. Straight out of Legends Long to stimulate your mind.
Fuck you then. Choo choo choo.
In the shotgun seat, the manager of the legendary Minnesota Vikings fan, the co-host of the show, famous in the YouTube coin world, the Minnesota Silver Hunter.
Fuck you then. Choo choo choo.
Now, buckle up and get ready for the fucking ride of your life. Because Real as Fuck TV is live and rolling.
With that light on?
Fuck you then. Choo choo choo. Fuck you then. Choo choo choo. Fuck you then. Choo choo choo.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag GayD from NY69 bitch. Hashtag street nigga from D South Florida.
What?
Sounds like goddamn bullfrog and fucking
JD?
JB, yeah. I was just
No, JD from NY.
You fat lazy fuck.
Your host for tonight, the legendary Minnesota Vikings fan. Straight out of Legends Long to stimulate your mind.
Fucking make me come.
Very good.
Fucking make me
In
come.
the shotgun seat,
He
the
comes.
manager of the legendary Minnesota Vikings fan, the co-host of the show,
You better watch your guys' asses.
Minnesota Silver.
Yeah, Bullfrog's around.
You hear that?
Bullfrog's so. Yeah.
Get ready for the fucking
Yeah, I didn't break
Yeah,
up.
Bullfrog's trying to get rid of his ID card.
I didn't touch it.
We could put it on the show right now, or what?
Your what hurts?
What I sent on the text here
Hang on a
minutes
minute.
ago.
Just
You
hold
better
on a
watch your
minute.
guys' asses. Fucking make me come.
Make me. I think that was great. If I send it to you, Minnesota, if you could put it on the show that
Had this discussion. You better watch your guys' asses. And say, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. Fucking make me come. That I got. Saying, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. I need proof, I need proof.
I'm just asking if you can do that for me, you know.
Do what, bro? Hang on.
Information. Hang on.
Welcome to Real as Fuck
If
TV,
I-
episode 135, motherfuckers, with your host, Minnesota Vikings fan. What
You
up,
fat
mother-
lazy fuck.
Thank you, thank you. And your co-host, Minnesota Silver O Hunter.
What's up? What's up?
And we also have in the house tonight the one and only Dr. Earl
Fucking
motherfucking
make
Brown.
me come.
Yo, baby.
What's
What's
up, Brown?
happening?
What's up? What's up,
Everything's
buddy?
good.
And we also have on the show tonight the one and only fucking redneck, ladies and gentlemen.
Redneck.
Yeah.
And we also have somewhere in the studio the one and only Big D.
All right. How is Big D doing, by the way?
He's doing. Hey, pause that. He's here.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm looking a little bit more.
Can you hear him?
Hello?
Not. Oh, I can hear a little bit there.
The yellow button that's paused.
I don't know.
Hello. How am I doing? I'm doing
None
better
of
a
them
little
are
bit than
paused,
that
though.
was. Hello?
None of them are lit up.
Well, just keep going on
You
the
got-
show.
Yeah.
My message,
'Cause I don't think
Minnesota.
it's working. Yeah,
Minnesota Vikings.
I'm getting it now.
That's one of the forums, and it,
Hello? Yeah.
yeah.
Hello. We hear
Yeah.
you now, man.
Yep.
Big D, what's going
That's
on,
better
dude?
than I was looking for. Just,
Does that mean you tested positive, redneck?
Yeah, I got better, but
No,
Oh.
that's not me.
Oh, I thought it meant you tested positive.
no, I don't think
No, fuck no.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, a buddy of mine that he's healthy as hell and still no symptoms or anything.
Fucking
And
make me come.
they sat there and fucking tested him. He was negative, and at the end of the paperwork, they still put him down as coronavirus, just being in a hospital, being positive with it. Just going in to do the test, he was negative, and then after that, fucking still. I mean, that's Minnesota. I mean, they're just hospitals been sitting there trying to make money, blah blah blah. Well, now they're making money because they're
because of the coronavirus. Yeah.
Yep.
I filled me up. Guy filled me up. Guy.
I'm like,
I mean, it's a lot of bullshit.
filled my
I
mouth
look at
up.
it
Oh my God,
like
that's
he was pissed. Like once he got the paperwork, and now it's telling he's tested negative, but then at the bottom of the paperwork it says, "Oh, considered positive."
So it sounds like the
Positive at all. He's still negative. It's just how the hospital sit there and put the loop through.
sounds like sounds like it didn't read the fine print, I guess.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Shit, I don't know. I don't know your phone, dude.
Just positive.
I know not other people, but if we could show, show that paperwork on the show, just kind of, if people know how to read it, negative,
I can read it. It's just
you
it's a
know,
long
suddenly they said, "Oh, you're positive" at towards the end. You know, I mean, I know you guys know how to read it, know that, so you're good.
It's just those long medical terms that I don't even know about. Those long ass medical words.
Oh, yep. That's
Like the
understandable.
condition, like for instance, the condition that Mick Mars, guitar player, Mick Mars,
Like deep throat shit.
player, he has this condition which I cannot pronounce for shit, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, everyone, it don't matter how good you're at vocabulary.
Like deep throat shit.
Everyone has problems saying certain words. It's like they use such fucked up words towards any medical issue.
Tommy, would you do that? Would you open your mouth if that guy was squirting it?
My wife.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up though. That's all I gotta say.
I know. So altogether, he thought your boy thought he was negative, and it turns out at the very end of the letter, it said he was positive.
Yeah, but he's still considered as negative though.
But yet he's still in the hospital no matter what.
Yep, they're just good. Anytime you go do a test, they're just going to sit there and put you down saying you got it.
Yeah. Probably need business that bad there.
Yep.
And
that's a bullshit lie.
I suggest looking into the practices of that particular hospital because something's outright shady about that joint.
Well, it's happening all over in Minnesota. How many cases that just bumped up out of the blue? I mean, shit, Minnesota Vikings fan and Minnesota Silver Roll knows.
The Silver Roll.
You know, and it's just a matter of that's what they've been doing around the whole fucking country, anyways.
Yeah, because you see this, because when this coronavirus hit us, the hospital executives probably saw it as a way making some good money. Say, hey, we don't have to rely on the cancer patients for that extra trip to the Bahamas. Now we can rely on these coronavirus victims, for extra revenue.
Yep. And you know what shitty is fucking, I guarantee what just happened earlier the week. Fucking, they're going to sit there and put Corona bid towards someone beloved someone. So, guarantee they would do that.
Yeah.
Just to make more money.
I'm beginning to wonder myself, if I have a lot of things we're concerned about this coronavirus. It's been about a year, just about a year now since this bullshit hit us like the back of our head.
Well, it's less than a year, but it's gonna be a year in what, end of February, first part of March.
Yeah.
That's it. But still, it's a matter of when they say the worst is the worst that's going to happen is in the springtime and fall time. Well, that's when everyone gets colds or all that shit. And then if you have just a common cold that could, you know, you're done in 24 hours or maybe a week. Who knows how your immune system is, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you have conditions like arthritis or diabetes and that.
Yep. And
diabetes.
I know I have bad arthritis myself, but I'm sitting here fucking just fine.
But then again, you live in a very it's kind of like a mostly countryside area there. So where there's not a lot of people there. It's the inner cities. It's the inner areas down, like the downtown areas, are the ones that get the most affected.
And that's a true statement for a point. I mean, even in the country area here, there's been some cases here and there.
Yeah.
But
not as bad as people would expect it, correct?
Yeah, because they're only in the hospital for 3 or 4 days. The next thing, boom, they're good.
Yeah, but then again, I was told that there's different levels of COVID, which I'm still trying to figure out. There's a kind that could possibly, you could probably pass through, but a couple of days, like I mentioned, and there's possibly the serious kind, which unfortunately you're unable to do. Basically, it's different levels, needless to say, kind of like the different levels of hepatitis. Yeah.
You got the pandemic. The pandemic alone will put you in a hospital.
Yeah.
And then you got the coronavirus, and then you got the COVID-19.
Yeah. Which is the main one. Which is the main shit right there.
Yep. And those are the 3 different stages right now. And
you fat lazy fuck.
You got it. I mean, the pandemic, it's just, you gotta be smart enough to sit there.
You young couple.
You need to drink a load of calm.
Don't stress over, because that's the pandemic part. People get overstressed
that's
over
aspect, doesn't it?
So,
I guess they recorded.
Yeah, you too, Dave.
Hell yeah.
What's up, brother? How's everyone doing tonight? Episode 135 of Real as Fuck TV. We didn't go on Thursday because of Thanksgiving. We figured a lot of people are eating their turkeys and shit, so we came on Friday.
Had a great time yesterday, man.
Yeah, we figured everybody'd be fucking busy, so.
Yeah, I was at my nephew's place with his girlfriend and her family there, so we had a pretty good time there. We were watching someone on YouTube a football game from 1977.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can tell it was from the 70s because of what the broadcasters were wearing for jackets.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And get this, it was from Irving, Texas, at Texas Stadium. Dallas Cowboys were
Dallas lost with the Texans.
Shit.
I kind of watched the majority of the game here and there. I kick back, relax, and fucking watch. That buddy over night before that came from Montana and fucking he just swung by out of the blue, and I didn't expect and fucking It was good. Shit. We were up till about 3:30 in the morning sitting there doing beers and listening.
All right, now I want to know how many Bill Cuts you drink.
My family, so you know. No, I just said
I love you guys, bro. Episode 135, Real as Fuck TV, coming at you. Welcome to the chat.
I have the fucking thing you sent me, Redneck, in the Skype chat
I saw
right
it
now.
as well, yeah.
Silver Roll, it's
there
in
you
your
go.
chat too. It's in yours too.
Whoever's on can see.
I saw
It
as
wouldn't let
well.
me. It wouldn't let me post the link in the fucking chat on the YouTube chat. I tried to, and it wouldn't let me. That's what I tried to do first, and for some reason I couldn't do that with it.
Yeah. DJ good, but
I figure you guys got more experience on doing things like
I
that.
mean, I got it
Hell
that,
no.
I got it that far.
No. That's bad.
Hang
Bad.
on, Ken sent me a whole bunch of. Hang on, Ken
He's-
sent me a whole
that's
bunch of clips.
negative.
Hang on, guys.
But in the way they still put them down.
Ken said you what?
That.
Oh, he sent you that? Is he on? Is he online right now?
Hang on.
You know, I sent you those so you can.
Oops.
Making a little bit of noise here.
Oops.
I'm just dealing with.
Listen.
Sorry.
Meatloaf Frog just in my bathroom right now. I'm gonna call in to the show later. If you want me on your show, Ken. And again, I'm in my bathroom right now, just fingering my butt. Ken, again, if you want me on your show, just again, Ken, if you.
Oh shit.
I'm like,
It's a bunch of many words.
I'm like,
It's a bunch of
guy
many
filled
words.
me up.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh.
Where's Special Ed?
Oh.
Okay.
Who's Special Ed tonight?
I'm like, this guy filled me up. He filled my mouth up.
Oh my god.
He filled my mouth up.
Oh my god, it's great.
Uh-oh.
Trisha Paytas take a shit in your fedora.
I like the
Oh,
bullfrog.
shit.
I like the bullfrog one he sent me. That was pretty good.
No, yeah, that bullfrog.
And still do
one
watch him
was
because
pretty
I like the, I mean, listen, it might be dead air or it might be a fucking intro for 5 hours or it might be somebody just breathing over the mic, but I enjoy listening to it when the banter is there because it's
True, motherfuckers. True.
Holy shit.
What?
Lord.
What happened?
Shit, I found money. Wow. I found $27 in my garage here.
Oh,
Nice.
fuck, I dropped it there last time I was
Keep
there,
the-
bro.
Keep the damn keep it all. Buy
That was-
yourself some more beer.
I didn't find that much, but a week
I
ago,
haven't been drinking that much anyways lately, so.
a week ago, I found $6 under my table.
Oh.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
don't know why it was
Shit.
there.
I take it other people.
Next that's where you put money down, and that's
No.
I mean, I didn't find as much as you, but it, you know, I did find it. It was weird. It was just.
I mean,
under the table.
$27. That would have been gone.
How easy to lose. All they do is leave a 50 behind, and I grab them quick, and they shut up.
Well, now you got money. Now you can donate to the fucking channel, bitch.
Dude, take that $27 and sit there and buy a bottle of vodka.
10 pounds of vodka? 10 gallons of vodka?
He
like deep throat shit.
Oh shit.
Vodka there.
10
You
gallons?
are. I'm going to file charges on you for harassment.
Well, you said 10 gallons of vodka?
Phone
There we go. 10 gallons of vodka, or whichever.
Is that what you were, is that what you were saying?
No, I said with $27 you can buy a bottle of vodka. Depending on what type.
Hypocrite! Hypocrite!
Yeah, no, I mean, shit. You might be like.
Pussy!
Where's it warm?
Where's the Vikings at?
Don't be cruel.
Yeah.
I'm right here. Oh, no, I'm passed
there
out,
you are.
man. I'm passed out,
yeah.
man.
Already?
I'm sleeping, dude. You know,
Oh.
taking a nap.
Well, we only got 3 viewers. Hey, we only got 3 fucking. Hey! We only got 3 viewers. We're leaving the show. See you later. Fuck you guys.
Well, you could at least, so in the meantime, you could talk about the link you sent me with the Piper's Pit podcast.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I said you
yeah,
wanted to talk.
I've been watching the Piper Pit podcasts are good, dude.
Yeah,
they've been sending out one about every 4 or 5 days. It's like
and
somebody.
The channel that.
It's somebody that's running this Piper's channel.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I mean?
the all out.
They're old. The Piper's Pit podcasts are old.
Yeah, they used to run on I think it was Podcast One for a while now. The one that was the memorable to me was when he was interviewing Vince Russo.
Well, I never heard that one. I heard.
I think it's still maybe on SoundCloud. You want to check to make sure that.
I heard he interviewed Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter. That was a good one. That was real good, actually.
Bob Orton, I know
he did Chavo Guerrero Jr. I heard that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah, the pussy pincher.
The guy that directed the one where.
John Carpenter.
Yeah, John Carpenter.
Of They Live. I remember hearing
he was on one of his podcasts. Fucking. There's a couple more too.
Rude.
Like I said, they just started fucking like releasing them not that long ago on his channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the Out of Bubblegum channel there.
Yep.
Yeah, because I knew about that channel for a while now. It's everything Roddy Piper. His Piper's Pit segments of the WWF, his podcast, and a couple other things, many other things. All the time he did with WCW, WWF, WWE, you name it. All the interviews he did and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good, dude. Like, I think he used to have to pay fucking money for that shit at one time. I don't know.
Maybe so. Who knows? You know, whether I usually just listen to it, it was on either mentioned on SoundCloud or YouTube there.
But I'm trying to think. I think the next one is tomorrow.
Who do you think is going to be on it?
I'd have to look and see. I can't remember at the top of my head.
Hello.
Is this Bullfrog?
Hey, Bullfrog.
What's going on?
Fuck you,
Hey.
Bullfrog.
And again, I
am a pop and your people. That's what you think.
If you want me on YouTube, just let me know, Minnesota, and
again.
And again, if you want to see me on the show, Minnesota, just let me know. And again, because I could be,
I could be there.
Oh,
again,
more like-
Bullfrog.
We don't
Don't
want.
be, don't be more like
Choke it out. Choke it out of cock, Bullfrog.
Again, I don't speak like that. So
Well, how do you speak
I'm like-
again?
I'm like, this guy filled me up.
How do
He
you
filled my mouth up.
How do you speak again?
I talk normal, just like you.
That's normal, huh?
To him.
Again, I don't have speech problem or nothing like that.
You're like that.
You could have fooled me.
You know.
I'll suck your taint.
Chicken toe.
You want to get froggy with the sexy Bullfrog?
You gotta hit you to hook up on.
On my lily pads.
On a lily. A lily.
And again,
He'd fuck everybody. One way or the other.
Again.
And all over that face.
and again, I would. You had for Thanksgiving.
Whatever.
Yeah, I had frog legs for Thanksgiving.
Fuck skinning. Never get skinny.
Bullfrog, you had 2 Thanksgivings.
Knucking or fucking.
The Cajun turkey that my dad makes, and my mom makes a regular turkey. I had Thanksgiving,
That's you gotta give a very special one today.
and I ate so much turkey. Again, I ate more turkey after that. Again,
You said you did your Romadoo hoodie.
And then I ordered pizza afterwards again.
and again, and finally,
Turkeys and 2 pizzas.
know if I should get a double stuffed, just to cheap. You know?
A triple stuff.
Kind of
Again.
stuff.
Friday night are the nights that I normally get pizza and
Are you ordering?
Yeah.
Are you
Ding-dongs.
ordering pizza, Bullfrog?
yeah, again, I had my pizza like a while ago. Yeah.
Gotta go eat some pizza. All right. Well, okay. Bullfrog's gotta go take a pizza break. It was a joke.
I'll suck your taint.
Get out of here, you nasty fucker, Bullfrog.
Again, I will suck cock and pussy.
You only fuck cock.
Again.
Again.
And again.
And again, I love you, Bullfrog.
And again, I don't speak like that.
You need to put your teeth in.
And again, and mouth are a very beautiful thing.
You just like gumming it, don't you?
Again, people live in my mouth. At least I'm not like a fucking redneck with a corn cob.
Get the red over it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
You hear that? You hear that,
I
right?
don't sit there
You
and
got
suck
crack 'em.
cock like Bullfrog, bitch.
Again, is somebody speaking or is that a fly? Again,
A fly.
Yeah. You're like a little June bug.
who bought a? I know somebody who bought a 50-cent hat at a dollar store. Again,
Didn't you like to like?
again,
I didn't pay 50 cents, and I got it for free. What are you talking about, bitch?
Oh, shit.
Again.
And we did it
again.
Like Tommy and C2010. And my dad, again.
Oops.
Sorry.
Bullfrog just shit himself. Again.
Oh shit.
Again.
Sorry about that.
Just blew a load and shit himself at the same time.
Awesome. Bullfrog shit himself again.
Here.
You fat toad bullfrog.
You shut the fuck up. Fucking job. Shut the fuck up to your fucking job.
Oh, we get you.
Lose some weight, bullfrog.
Fucking red, black Mexican fucker.
Oh,
dude.
Come on, bullfrog.
You better shut your mouth.
And again.
You better shut the fuck up.
Again.
I hate
again.
I have occasion.
Your fucking warrant don't ever go over my fucking head again, you motherfucker, you.
Again.
You again. Pete, you're a piece of shit.
Again.
Charlie M., you make me pop your fucking eye out of your head to protect that piece of shit! Charlie M., you dumb motherfucker!
I know Charlie M. And you don't know who I know. So, and again...
Yeah!
So, and again... So you don't really know who I know, Minnesota Vikings, and I mean,
man,
his role is a pussy.
You're a pussy, bullfrog.
You and your cousins, pussies.
Wow.
Well, at least we like to fuck them.
You sure do talk a lot of shit, you fat toad motherfucker.
Top dog in this community, and again, everybody wants a piece of the bullfrog.
You're the top dog.
I go on
like he claims to be.
I'm on everybody's shows, and I'm allowed to go on anyone I want. Again. Again and again.
At least I don't need
it. and at least I don't fuck my piss.
But you need a chaperone.
Pizzas, you fat fucker, bull.
Girl.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Why?
Because I don't fucking like you.
Oh, you don't like me?
Oh, yeah.
Even though is it because I got more subs than you?
I'm a bigger star than you. I'm a bigger star than you.
The king of India.
When's the last time you got laid, bullfrog?
About 3 hours ago.
Last night.
And again, it was like 4
again.
From your fist?
And again.
Was it from your fist?
I don't like Dr. Earl's a punk ass.
Oh, really?
I thought you liked like stroking his hair and shit.
Yeah, you did say that one time, yeah.
I don't like him. He won't put me on his show.
That son of a bitch.
Oh, shit. There
I don't like you,
more beer sitting around.
Pancakes. And
pancakes.
And again, I just want to talk over everybody's show again. And no one's gonna stop it.
Again.
Help me, help me.
Help me, Bullfrog has me in the closet again. Help me, help
But that
me.
there gonna be that there funny. You don't want me in there.
Can I be your co-host, please? And again, I would love to co-host your show, please.
I'm gonna bang you hard, boy.
Can I be your
co-host, you?
Minnesota Silver Roll. Can I? And again, can I be your co-host?
Sure, you can be our co-host, host.
Like a real co-host. Again, like be on the show with you and your cousin.
Sure, as long as we can talk shit about you all the time, you fuck.
I like that deal already.
Yep, that's part of the stipulation.
You can't get butt sore either.
I don't care. You can say whatever you want. And again, I don't take offense.
Okay, well, that's not what your stepdaughter said.
Oh God! It's not a big deal.
Fucked up.
Family members. There's nothing wrong with fucking your own family members. And again,
especially if you're a redneck.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones.
Bullshit.
And I wouldn't mind doing it to my brother's wife.
The last time you did that, Bullfrog, you fucking accidentally fucked me in the fucking belly button instead of my pussy, you fat fucking losing piece of shit.
Again, we like to keep it in the family. Yeah.
Yes, sirree.
Jeez, Bullfrog,
You're nothing but a piece of shit, Bullfrog. You're a big piece of shit.
You fucking piece of shit. You're talking about my brother's family, piece of fucking shit. Yeah. And again, my niece. You don't talk about my niece.
Quit talking about my niece that way, Bullfrog. I'm gonna put a court order on you and have harassment charges set on you, you fucking motherfucker. Leave me alone, bitch.
And again,
yeah, and again, what, motherfucker?
You farted again, Bullfrog.
Say what one more time, motherfucker. Say what one more time.
I got a better idea. Every time Bullfrog says "ain't again," let's all take a shot of something.
Oh, we'd be drunk as hell.
Oh my God.
And
right?
Drink up,
I
boys.
think we'll be all obliterated.
And
fucked up.
That's all he says is again and again and again.
And again.
And again.
Again and again.
Again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again.
And
again and again and
Again.
Bullfrog has me again and again and again.
Oh, Guinea.
Me so horny, me so horny, me love you long time.
Kenny hates you, Kenny.
Like again, motherfucker.
Lose some weight, Bullfrog.
Lose some chins, bitch. Fuck off.
Kenny, I want you dead.
Oh my God. Fucking Bullfrog would suck in, you faggot.
Again and again and again.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on? Everything's good. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was all right. It was actually pretty good. I mean, we got to wait a week to see who's got COVID now. But besides that, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I hear that.
I got family here because of a funeral and a wake that everybody's going through, and there's like 20 people here from all over the U.S. and half of them are staying at my parents' house. So I'm just hoping my parents don't end up with COVID and shit. So
yeah, shit.
You know, what's going on with you guys? How was your Thanksgiving? Good.
Mine was pretty good. I was at my nephew's place with his girlfriend and her family and shit. Had a good time. As mentioned, we watched this game from 1977. It was from Texas Stadium. It was the Dallas Cowboys versus the Detroit Lions, and guess who won? The Dallas Cowboys.
Nice. That's a great game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
and you can tell it's from the 70s, but because of the afros and the what the sports broadcasters were wearing.
Oh yeah, I love doing
Yeah.
shit. I used to watch the like games from back in the day, the Mets games, Jets games, like Island games. I still do that. I pop on like an old game once in a while and I watch it. You know what's so cool? I don't know if I ever told you this story, Dr. Earl. You would appreciate this because you're in the music. And I went to a Pearl Jam concert in like '98, and it was, I forgot where it was. I think it was in New Jersey, right? And while I was at the game, Mark McGwire broke the home run record while I was watching the concert. While I was at the concert, Mark McGwire broke the home run record.
Yeah,
and
it was big news then.
Pearl Jam
I remember that. Yep.
Pearl Jam stopped the concert, and Eddie Vedder came onto the mic, and he took like a ball or something and threw it in the air and hit it with the microphone stand, and everybody knew what he was doing, and everybody knew what he meant, like the home run record was broke. And then he grabbed the mic and he was like, Mark McGwire, you hit a home run that broke the record.
Oh, wow.
Right? So here I am.
It was awesome.
You know, can I finish the story first? Maybe let me finish what I'm saying. I 20 years later, I'm standing there saying, I'll never relive that moment. I never had it on record. I wish we had cell phones and recorders back then. I could have recorded that. One day I said to myself, fuck this shit. I'm going to search and see if anybody recorded that moment and put it on YouTube. And I fucking search for it, right? And what do I find? I find
it.
Fucking moment, Dr. Earl.
Oh,
the exact
man.
recording of the exact fucking I was out when that happened.
Oh,
How
man.
cool. So listen, my point is, if you have a concert that you guys were at in between, anywhere from like 85 to when we started having cell phones and recording everything, and you have a moment or something that you think is not recorded, search for that shit. You just might find it, because I started searching all these concerts I went to and said, man, I wonder if they have other concerts I went to in the 90s recorded and on YouTube. And dude, I winded up finding like 5 or 6 concerts I was at when shit happened that I thought I'd never see again. It was fucking awesome. Like,
I noticed on a couple,
it's sick.
I noticed on a couple myself.
If you guys went to any concerts in between like 87, 85, somewhere in there to like now, look it up. You will find that shit. You will find it. I'm telling you.
Interesting, yeah. You know what? Interesting you should mention that on Friday nights, but I was still back in Richmond, Michigan.
Was up there.
I'm trying to talk.
Wait. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was at. I used to hang out Friday nights at the Emerald Theater at Mount Clemens when I was living in Richmond, Michigan, still, and there was this fire lady who did theatrics with some fire sticks, fire hula hoops and all that stuff there, just the fire dance and all that stuff. That was, and she would. I was a big fan of her skills and stuff, so she often she asked me, that when I hand you these, take them in and hand me this in return, and that was actually caught on videotape, believe it or not, at the Emerald Theater.
That's sick. That's sick,
Really?
man.
Yeah, and there was also at the same venues about a year earlier, way before the crowd started hitting it. There was me, this other guy trying to break dance, but just failing miserably, and a couple other people. I was dancing my own spot. It was called Bad Dance. Look for the video Bad Dancing at the Emerald Theater, and you'll probably see me wearing in all black with my hair down and shit.
That's awesome. You know what I looked up? I was at Randall's Island in New York. It's like a little island right outside of New York City, and it's like it's like a little island right off the side of the city. The only way to get to it is like this drawbridge or a boat, and they have a concert area there. It's outdoor concert.
They're missing white.
Yeah. And you know what's so sick? Pearl Jam played there in '96, right?
Nice.
And I keep all my ticket stubs that I used to go to the concert. I would keep the ticket stub and I would put it in the CD or the tape holder that I would have that play, for that band or group that I went to. And I would keep the ticket stub in the CD or whatever. And I still have all of them. So the other day I was thinking, man, I wonder if they have that fucking concert at Randall's Island recorded that I was at. So I went, I didn't remember what day it was, so I looked up, I got my CD out, I looked on the back of it, and it said, September 28th, 1996, right? Randall's Island.
Yeah.
And I put that into YouTube, right? And I put Pearl Jam, and boom.
Right there.
The entire concert popped up, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Redneck.
You want
Redneck. Why would it
I
call
swear
that?
to God, I'm not even kidding. Halfway into the concert, you can see me jumping over the barricade right by the stage. You see me.
Wow.
Right.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yep. 96.
So you got to go. So in a lot of ways, all those concert footages from the 80s and early 90s, they actually did us a favor when you think about it. There, recorded all those spots.
And dude, all those people are loading all those old videos that just sat in someone's closet or in some storage area. They're uploading them all to the internet. So basically, if you're at a concert in 85, 86, 87, 88, look it up because it was probably recorded and uploaded on YouTube.
Yeah. And the funny thing is about nowadays with all the cell phones, videotaping their favorite moments for the concert. Now I guess now they're going to have to.
Do you realize what they're going to do in the future, bro? Do you realize what they're going to be able to do?
What?
Dude, you're going to be able... All right, let me put it to you this way. Your great-grandkids are going to be able to go onto the internet and they're going to be able to backtrack to right now when we started to put everything on the internet. And they're going to be able to see day by day what you, what me, and what anybody else was doing online, where we were online around. If we made blogs or videos, they'll be able to see, oh, this day my brother put my great uncle 100 years ago lived right at this house. You're going to be able to go on your phone and look at the streets and the surroundings and the cars and video of 50 years back. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, that would be us right now going and putting in 1972 on 5th Street, in between 7th and 8th Street. I want to see what was going on. And bang, you could go and look and see the people walking in and out of stores, cars driving by, and find out where your great-grandfather was on that day. Where's my great-grandfather? Oh, he's at Walmart with his wife.
Or my great-grandfather I was jerking off on Pornhub this day.
Yes. Exactly. They're going to be able to look at all that. They're going to be like, oh, look, here's all of his... Oh, this was called Facebook. I don't even know what the fuck this is, but look, here's all his posts on there. Oh, I went to so-and-so with my wife. You're going to be able to not only see what they were saying and doing, because everybody updates everything to their fucking of their life now, but they're going to be able to not only see what you were saying, but they're also going to be able to pick up video of you. If there was video of you in Walmart walking around, if there was video of you on your cell phone, someone else's phone, anything, it's going to be able to be all 100% integrated and found. So, like, if all of our shit that we have on our phones and everything is not just on your phones and it goes away, this shit is all cataloged. Every fucking video, every text, every search, every fucking everything is all cataloged. The people in the future, they're going to be able to access all of that information by maybe 1 or 2 times of a thing.
Fuck, that's crazy as shit, man.
Think about that. Think about what that means, man. That means you can watch somebody's life in the future. You could literally go back and say, where was my great-grandfather when he was 44 years old on this date, 2028? And like you're in 2000 and what, like 2082. And you're like, okay, where was my great-grandfather back in 2017? You're going to be able to watch him everywhere. They were driving in a car. Oh, look, they did a video and put it on their Facebook. And then this guy's on Twitter. They're going to integrate it all, dude. And it's going to be all
Instagram, WhatsApp, and everything else.
Yeah, and you want to know something? The cool thing of it all, you're going to be able to go back and go around the streets and look into people's houses and see their cars and see video of their blocks and their streets and what they were doing and what they looked like and how. And it's like us looking back at the 50s and detailed video. You know how you look up people's addresses and you could see the satellite feed of their house or you could see like what their driveway looks like and their car, and then sometimes Google Map thing that goes around and records everything.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, we're able to locate our old house in Roseville, Michigan. You know, just a drop of a hat when we just type in our old address there.
I looked up my childhood house when I lived in Florida, and I looked it up, and I found like photos of it back from the 80s when I lived. What it looks like, and I was like, man, think of in the future how easy it's gonna be for these people to fucking just go back and look at their grandparents or go back and look at their, you know, like it's gonna be so easy. It's gonna be just, you know, we were at the beginning of all this, so we don't have all the history behind us of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But these people 100 years from now are going to be able to access all this shit and be able to look at everything. And you know, say, oh, every part of their life on the internet, right? It's going to be even worse in the future. Dr. Earl, it's going to be even worse in the future. People are going to have, this is my prediction, people will have video and audio of every single second of their life.
No surprise. I mean, they post every single second of their life on Facebook, most likely all the time there.
Think about this, Dr. Earl. If you could sit back and watch a video of somebody's life through their eyes, right? And basically somebody would go and edit out the boring parts, meaning like edit out when you're just sitting there doing nothing, edit out all the boring parts, and let me look at somebody's life through their eyes. They're going to be able to do that in the future, man. Like they're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to live with somebody else's mind in the future.
Wow.
Hey, it's like
interesting.
It's like if Bullfrog had great grandchildren, you know, what we're talking about.
Which he never will.
They'll be like, shit. All he did is sat on his fucking couch and did shit. That fat lazy fucking great grandfather.
He never did nothing.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about that because Bullfrog will never have kids.
Listen, if Bullfrog had that technology, the first thing he would do would be like, make me a 21-year-old. Make me a 21-year-old woman.
Gosh.
Make himself
but then again,
into a
Bullfrog. But then again, hell, Dave Rose kept offering to teach Bullfrog how to use an OBS properly, but he does. But Rose wants some payment in return, and Bullfrog says, "Nope, I got this by myself." But sadly, he still hasn't figured that shit out yet.
Yeah, Bullfrog's fucking delirious, bro, because he's going around and telling people like, "Yeah, Ken calls me and
I know what is up with that. He's a chronic ass liar. You ever heard about this? He put this photo. You look on his. I know you saw my reply to that post that Bullfrog put it on Twitter saying me and Tommy are together, and Bullfrog put his ugly ass head upon Crystal's body.
Well, see, that's why I'm saying, that's why I don't get mad at him and like call him out and get all pissed off, because I know he's kidding around and playing a joke with me. You know what I mean? And trying to be whatever. But he goes on to people's shows and he's like, Ken called me yesterday and was talking about this guy with me and Ken called me before and was talking to me about this person. And it's like, dude, I don't call you, first of all. And second of all, I don't talk to Bullfrog about fucking nobody but Bullfrog, you know, if I speak to him.
Yeah,
and, you know, it's like, whatever. I don't take offense to it.
Yeah, what do you think is cause? What do you think is he that loopy in the head, or is he that desperate for attention, trying to make himself look holier than thou?
You said both of. I think both of them. I think both things you said are right, because I think a little bit of it is it to get attention, and a little bit of it to get around with me, like joke around with the person, because like you said, he went on Twitter and he was like, "Oh, me and Tommy are cool now with each other," and it was like, "Come on, everybody knows."
And I spoke to Tommy directly. He contacted me, and we had a little talk. He still does not like him one bit.
Yeah, I know, man. You know, does not like him. Some bullfrog.
I think what it is that you possibly think he may be autistic like me and Tommy is, but a lot more worse.
Yeah, I think he's autistic a little bit.
I don't know, but I know he has one of the traits of autism is about trying to get words out at times, which Bullfrog constantly has a problem with.
Autistic at all, Dr. Earl. You really had that, like, from a doctor tell you that?
Well, I found out. Well, what it is that according to my sister, I didn't really learn to speak until I was about 5 or 6 years old. But apparently, I guess in time, I guess my even though I have trouble mispronouncing some words and names here and there, when me and Arcnolia read off some things here from the Wikipedia.
Dr. Earl, let me ask you this. Like, let me, like, most of the time when people are to do one thing really well, you know what I mean? Like, one thing, like, they want to do and do really well, or try to do really well, or, like one thing a lot. And I don't see that because you, like, you know, like, I don't see that with you. I just, like, I never thought that you are an autistic at all, like, honestly, because I just think, like, I don't know. I always saw you as this guy who like was like you partied hard in the 70s, and it's like you're a little bit.
I was a way kid. I was a way kid in the night. My childhood was throughout the 1970s. Believe it or not.
Let me ask you this: your teenage years were through the 80s, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so you grew up in your teenage years, man, in one of the best fucking times of all time, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. The movies, the music, everything else.
Yeah, the movies were the best ever. The music was probably the best ever. There was the best hip hop and the best rock and roll in that era of all time, I would think. And fucking the best movies of all time came out in the 80s. I mean, let's admit it. The movies in the 80s were a juggernaut.
Yeah, I was 7 in 1980.
Well, let me ask you this. You can't, like, can you guys agree with me on this? The 80s were probably the best decade for movies ever.
Absolutely. And music and everything else. And as well as hairstyles, trends.
But Dr. Earl, I always saw you as this guy who did a lot of fucking drugs back in the day.
Never. I don't even smoke cigarettes, dude.
Wow. Dr. Earl, I took you as like kind of burnt out a little, not burnt out, but like you like, you know, kind of like partied hard back in the day. You know, you're a little bit older than all of us, but you know, I never saw you as like an autistic guy or anything like that. You know?
Yeah. Well, believe me, you could definitely tell about my sister. I've always been this way, you know. Sometimes I have a hard time, you know, trying to figure things out. It takes a long while before you finally figure out how to do this and how to do that. Basically, you'll learn things a little different than what normal people do.
You know what, man? You call me an autistic then. So, because I had learning disabilities my whole entire childhood.
Me too.
So, and I couldn't really spell good for a very long time until I caught on. It took me a while to catch on. I'm a late bloomer in every fucking thing I do. I'm still a child in many areas.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of fucking issues in my own shit that I've overcome and also still have. And I guess in a way, if you're going to say that that makes you an autistic, then you know what? I would say I'm fucking one too. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, I'm not a bipolar piece of shit scumbag that stabs people in the back when they turn around. I'm not the type of person to go and talk shit behind somebody's back the first second I get off the phone with them. You know?
Yeah.
And
yeah, I was going to ask about that. You know, I think we know the two people you're referring to, Scott and YR, correct?
Dr. Earl, wait. I'm not referring to anybody. I swear to God, I'm not. I swear I am not referring to anybody. I'm just saying there are people that have tendencies and issues of, like, you could call them a flip-flopper, or you can call them like weak, or you could say this, or they overdo it, they go after people, they attack people, they bully people, you know, strong arm people. You could say all those things about people, but the one thing you can't really say about many people are that they're total snake scumbag, right?
Yeah,
There's not
true, yeah.
There's not a lot of those people who would stab you in the back the second you turn around, but there are some of them in this community.
Yeah, there are.
There are some of them in this community. And I'm not saying names, but there are people that smile in your face, and the second you turn around, they fuck you in the ass.
Yep.
You know,
like the song "Backstabbers" by the OJ's. Bottom line,
those are the people that you got to stand clear of. And I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that like Scott is one of them, because I don't really talk to him or interact with him. I'm not saying he's one of them at all. I'm not referring to anybody in particular at all. So I don't want anybody to twist my words, you know?
Yeah.
But there are people in this community, and I think we all pretty much know who's who and what's what at this point, right?
Correct.
You know, so the little issues we have with like people like Bullfrog, and then like, you know, the other night Tommy went and said fucking something stupid, really stupid to Mars, and he started.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I was like, Tommy, what the fuck?
And I'm like, dude, like, you know, listen, that's obviously a touchy area with Mars. Like, why are you gonna go and say something like that to set him off? And it's like, well, okay, I didn't mean to say it that way, but you did. And, you know, just apologize and move the fuck on. But Tommy likes to drag things out and fucking, you know, but that doesn't make him a bad guy either. Like I said, we all have our faults. We all do certain things that we do.
But that was stupid what he said to Mars.
Yeah, it was. Wrong time.
Yeah, I didn't agree with it at all, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't blame Mars. I don't blame Mars for being pissed.
I don't either. It was the wrong time in the wrong place and the wrong words. You know?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I think Tommy was not aware that Mars broke off ties with those two long time ago. So.
Yeah, but see, you know what? I had to explain it to Tommy. I go, Tommy. He was like, yeah, well, I know he split away from those guys. And I said, yeah, but it's not even that he wants people to know that he split away from those guys. It's the whole fact that when I guess he feels that when he was doing shows like that, it was all just attacking, like, you know, one or two people. And like Mars, you could tell by listening to those shows that Mars really didn't attack people, like that many people.
Right.
I mean, he talked shit about certain people, but didn't really a wide range of people. It was a very small group that Mars had any feelings towards at that point, and he wasn't really down with just keep doing it and doing it. You know, that's what I gathered. I mean, I'm sure he could tell you a lot more, and I tried to explain that to Tommy. Like, I was like, Tommy, it's not that he didn't want people to know he was associated with those guys. It was more or less like not being like, you know, wanting to do the same shit and attacking the same thing and saying the same shit just over and over again. That's what I took from it. But I tried to explain that to him, and he didn't get it at first. I was like, yeah, it's what you said. Like, what did I say so bad? All I said was he did a podcast with two irrelevant people. And I was like, no, but it didn't come out that way. You said it totally different. That's not what you said.
I would pretty much say that Mars probably doesn't want to ever talk to Tommy again.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
I believe so. Yeah, because Mars went off.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, you know, Tommy has done things just like he did to Mars the other day to me throughout my time of knowing him, right? And I've been that pissed before where I've been like, you know what? I'm fucking done with Tommy. This dude is just out of his mind, you know? Yeah. But then I know that he didn't mean it, and I know that he regretted it, and I know that, you know, he doesn't really put words the right way sometimes, and he fucks.
That's true. Yeah, I'm going to ask this one question. There was a little soundbite of him saying, "I don't need to apologize. That makes me look like a bitch." Does he actually live by that philosophy?
No, not that I know of, because he's always apologized when he was wrong with me, you know. Mm-hmm. And then he said that he apologized to Mars the other night, but he really didn't. But I'm sure.
Oh wow.
He does not want Mars mad at him. You know?
That's true, yeah, because Mars will go off on him like he did last Wednesday night, man. Damn.
Like, yeah, I was like, dude, you know, that was uncalled for. It's stupid, you know. And I really ripped into him after the show and told him, like, that was uncalled for. It was stupid. It was the wrong place and just the wrong time. Like, I don't know why you would even do that. But, you know, listen, Tommy, as much as Joe goes around and tells anyone who will listen that I control Tommy and I tell him what to think and I tell him where to go and I pay him not to be on shows, as much as he says that, it's not true. It's the
not true. Not true, folks. Not true.
You know what? He doesn't take my advice or my wife's advice. He doesn't take our advice. He doesn't listen to the good. Like you could give somebody good advice and you give somebody bad advice, right? You could have bad people telling you, hey, do this, do that. And then you could have good people telling you, hey, try to do this and try to do that. But he'd rather listen to, like, I don't know, like a fucking person who texts him on a fucking a Twitter, a DM out of nowhere, like a person who he don't even know. It's an anonymous person can hit him off with a DM and put something in his head where he's like, yeah, I mean, is this true? Do you think this is true? I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, like you listen to these trolls more than fucking you listen to your friends that try to tell you to do the right thing. So what Tommy sometimes he gets influenced by a
lot of wrong people.
By weird, bro, and you know what? My advice always to him has been to do the right thing, and that's all.
If I was Tommy, I would say, prove it. Make sure, okay? Let me find out directly. And if it's not true, you could go back to that person and say, ha ha, fuck you, motherfucker, you lie like a bitch.
Yeah, well, all I know is he does try to do the right thing at the end of the day when he knows he's wrong. So, like you said, the whole point of this was saying like things that you don't want to say, and sometimes you can't put the right words in your mouth and shit. And some people can't stand Tommy because
hey, that's my mouth here.
Like they don't like him. So there's some people out there that just do not.
Yeah. Well, I think what people got to realize that even though Tommy is now in his 30s, autism often causes one of the traits of autism is still to have a little patterns like a child at times. I mean, you could be in a grown-up autistic adult, but you will still have childlike moments.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, man. He had to sit on Thanksgiving by himself in his apartment, and he was in the hospital. And yeah, I felt pretty bad for him. So anybody out that can't stand the shit he says and they don't like him for it, and they wish like, hey, I wish somebody would lay into Tommy or put Tommy in his place. He's been put in his place. So if there's any hate towards him, let it go, because the guy is paying right now emotionally and physically, worrying about his father and being by himself and isolated. And he's never done anything like this in his life because Tommy's always been catered to and like waited on. And now he's learning like a big boy how it is to be on his own and be left to fend for himself. And you know what? I didn't wish it on him, but it's just going to make him a stronger person at the end of it.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to, through the fire. Sometimes you got to go through.
I did that myself when I was living by myself in Richmond, Michigan, between 2006 to 2011. I had nothing. I had no one really much to take care of me. I had to get a lot of assistance from the state at times, but I had to rely on. I didn't have a car. I had to rather ride a bike to this place, to that place, even in the coldest of winter. Believe it or not.
Tough times sometimes, man. You got to do what you got to do.
But But then again, you have to go through those tough times to become not only a stronger person, but to also give a lot of tales to tell everybody else.
Yeah, and I it's so weird. I got sent all these clips of shit, and like Tommy gets shit sent to him a lot too on like Twitter and other places, and like and I tell him all the time, like, you can't be influenced by clips and shit. You got to hear it in the full, broad range of things, because I used to let clips trigger me, and then I would go after the person and find out afterwards, like, oh, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought, and now I already went after the person like an idiot. Yeah. So I'm like, I try to tell Tommy, like, listen, I learned the hard way because I made mistakes with that. Like, you got to learn, man. You should already have this.
And I made tons of mistakes, and that was one of the things I was trying to tell Tommy, about some of his behavior patterns.
He's been doing YouTube for a long time, though. He should know by now. But then again, like you said, he's autistic. He's trying. And I'm a late learner too. So it is what it is. I think one day Tommy will have it all down, and he's paying for. I don't know if he's paying for shit, but he is. He's miserable right now. He's not feeling good, and his family's not there for him, and his father's really sick in the hospital again.
Wow.
And he's just fucked. He just doesn't feel right. He's down and out. So Tommy's not doing great. So for those people that fucking want Tommy to be put in his place or they got a little hate towards him, let it go because he's paying for shit right now. You know, it sucks. But, you know, I got all these clips too, and I just don't let people, I don't let it fucking, you know, I don't let it influence me anymore. I just like, I let it go, most of it. I let a lot go because I heard a lot of clips from the last week or so, and I heard, you know, from Joe and JB talking on certain shows, and I'm like, you know, basically saying, oh, well, Ken, I mean, it was like Tommy was reading off of a teleprompter or whatever the fuck.
Teleprompter.
Teleprompter, yeah.
It's a teleprompter, and you know, Ken. I'm not saying it's Ken, but somebody's feeding him, you know, all these thoughts and all these words. No, nobody's feeding Tommy. Tommy feeds himself. Okay, Tommy thinks these things on his own. Tommy talks.
Yeah.
Tommy doesn't read off a teleprompter. Tommy doesn't get, you know, motioned what to do. He doesn't. Nobody sits him down on a table and says, okay, this is what you're going to say, Tommy. Tommy takes it upon himself to say these things to Joe, JB, Ken, Mars Mira, and anyone else the fuck he wants to. Because Tommy does what Tommy wants to do. Not time to explain this before Joe will stop going on to his shows and telling people, yeah, someone's controlling him, someone's telling him what to think and what to say. I can't believe Tommy's like this. What do you mean? This is all Tommy. Tommy says what he says, and he does what he does on his own. It's not me telling him. It's not fucking Danny MT. It's not fucking, you know, Wallery. It's not fucking Chuck Wallery. It's not fucking
Chuck Wallery.
It's Tommy NC 2010. That's who it is.
Yeah.
So deal with him, not me. Stop making somebody responsible for the reaction you're getting from an ex-friend. Okay? Because it's not anybody brainwashing like Himmelfarb was brainwashed and this guy got.
I remember that, yeah.
Can brainwash. Like I'm some kind of fucking Houdini who can brainwash grown men. You know, like, come on, man. Get a fucking grip. Take responsibility that you pissed off Tommy so much that he hates your fucking guts. Take responsibility for it because you can't blame it on Ken or anyone else for the reaction you get from Tommy because you made Tommy react like that. Not me, not fucking Danny MT, not fucking, you know, you or anyone else. Okay? Joe's responsible for what he gets from Tommy. That's it. No one else is. So, you know, he tries to pawn this off like, oh, I can't believe Tommy's reacting to me like this and says these things. He must be being coached because he would never say these things about me. Nope. He's saying them about you. He fucking can't stand you. The guy complains about him every fucking day.
I heard about that as well.
He complains. You want to know the truth? Yeah. I get complained every fucking day.
Wow.
Every fucking day I got to hear Joe Cronin's name and a complaint. Okay? Every day. Okay?
Yeah.
My fucking thing was, please, if you're going to call me, don't mention the name. I don't want to hear it no more. So stop telling people, Ken, and this person and that. Oh, I didn't say your name, Ken. Stop playing fucking games. We all know who you're fucking talking about. I know it's me, obviously. James Woolery and Chuck Woolery and Sam Woolery, they're all out because they don't speak to Tommy. You know, and fucking Danny MT is cool with people, and we're on good terms, and everybody's on good terms. So why would he do it?
He's been on good terms with me. He contacted me on Skype a couple of times. We had a good talk there. You know.
So of course, the only finger to fucking point now is at me. So, no, I'll put Tommy on a fucking stand, and I'll put a Bible in front of him, and I'll have him put his hand on it, and I'll put my hand on one too. And I'll tell you right now, I am not telling him to fucking not like Joe. He hates him on his own. Okay? Wow. I'm not telling him what to say to Joe. He says it on his own. Okay? I don't go to Tommy and tell him what to say. Tommy would never even repeat the things I say to him because if he did, he'd be cool with everybody, and it's including Joe as well. Because I've told Tommy, and I'm sure Tommy will even admit to this, 100 times, like, just make friends with Joe. Why can't you just be cool with him? Doesn't mean you have to be on his show or anything like that. Because when I say that to him, he's like, no, I don't want to be on his show, and I don't want and I'm like, yeah, but it would just make things better if you guys are cool with each other. That way you can go off block, so I don't have to hear about it every day that you block. And, you know, maybe you guys can talk a little here and there and maybe become friends again down the line. Doesn't have to be anything like, oh, I'm back on your show tomorrow night. And I tried telling this to Tommy, but he is so hurt and so pissed and hates the guy so much that he doesn't want to hear it. So my advice is the opposite of what Joe tells people and whoever else tells people that. So they don't want to believe me. They can go talk to Tommy themselves, contact him yourself, and go ask him, hey, is anybody telling you to say these things? Swear to God on it. Tell me the truth, Tommy. Please tell me the truth. Go ask him. Tommy speaks for himself.
I got to tell you this little story here. During Tommy called in on one of Joe's Raw reviews, and he said Dr. Earl's going to come down there and wants to beat your ass. And Tommy, of course, went off and said, just come down to Black Mountain, I'll whoop him once, blah, blah, blah. And I don't recall even saying something like that. And the next night on his Throwdown show, I called Joe and I said, if you have it on clip, show it to me, play it right now. And I still haven't heard it. I think I remember mentioning that to you and Mars that one Sunday night.
Dr. Earl, I don't want to make it about like Joe, but I'll tell you, he does. That's one of his tricks is to say, I got the clips. I mean, I got all the clips in the DMs. When he says when he's talking to somebody and he says like more than 5 times, and he says, I got clips in the DMs, that's when you know he's lying. Okay, straight out.
Yeah.
Straight out.
Hey, Ken, I talked to him the other day on a show, and I told him, I said, you and Ken just need to not talk about each other and do your own shit and everything would be great. And he's still sticking to his guns that he's saying, I don't talk about you.
Hey, he says it all the time.
You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, dude. I even said, come on, man. Really? He's like, yeah, I don't say nothing about him. I'm like, bullshit,
bro.
Dude.
I heard this clip the other day of him telling somebody, like, you know, like what I do is I just keep to myself and do my own thing. I don't talk about nobody.
Fuck, man. No, we know that's not true, though. We know it's not true.
You know what? But you know what? 5 minutes later, he'll tell you he's bipolar. So if you're bipolar...
Bipolar? What? I never heard that.
Wow, that's a new one.
Yeah, what the fuck? You saying he's bipolar?
Oh, dude, I heard him saying, oh, well, I am a little bipolar. I heard him say something like that in a clip. I heard a clip of him saying that. Somebody showed him a clip of some shit, and he was like, oh, I am a little bipolar. So, I mean, he admits to being a little fucking and being a little crazy and fucking... But on the other hand, he has it that way. It's like, I hate these motherfuckers that try to have it both ways. It's like, pick one thing, because you can't have it both ways. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Either you're a stand-up guy or you're fucking bipolar wacko. And I'm not saying that about Joe. I'm just saying it's either you're a
So what, does bipolar translate to stab motherfuckers in the back?
I don't know. I mean, you know what? Like, whatever.
I don't know.
Let me put it to you this way. What do you call somebody who just makes up a lie for no reason? Like an outright lie.
A hypocrite.
An outright fabrication. Like just make something up out of thin air. What do you call that?
Lonely.
Hypocrite. I don't know.
No, I would call it a hypocrite because a hypocrite is like when you do something that someone else did to you.
Yeah.
Well,
it's more like revenge right there.
Retarded? No, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
There's many words. There's many words you can use.
There is many words, but I'll tell you what, there's one. There's one word for that, and it's called liar. Period.
Well,
when you
that would more be a pathological liar.
Well, yes. I mean,
right? To be more specific.
Dude, all I know is being called out and being told, like, your opinion on shit or, like, you know, even joking around with somebody is one thing and, like, having, like, a funny fucking going back and forth with each other and, you know, one guy ups the next guy and it's funny and it's entertaining for everybody involved. That's one thing. But when you start just making up blatant fucking fabricated lies for no reason, and you know the other person, when you know the other person's going to know 100% that you're lying, like, don't you think to yourself in your head, like, man, that motherfucker's going to know I'm straight up fucking lying, and he's going to be the only one that knows because obviously, you know, he's going to be the only one that knows. And I know what he's doing. I know that he, like, straight up just fucking lied about me the other day. Straight up, you know, you tell him, you know, like, come on, man. It's just, don't make up bullshit, though. Don't do that. Let's go back and forth. That's fine. And I could even shut my fucking mouth because I already did a show where I shut my mouth. I already did a couple of hours of content where I shut my mouth about him. People are getting bored about me and him going back and forth. They're getting bored of it.
It gets old news after a while.
Yeah, I'm bored of it. You know, so it's like,
yeah. But then again, I can't.
It doesn't change anything at the end of the day, neither.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. But it's like, don't lie about me, man. No, come on. Don't.
I think what it is that when people still are stuck on the beef between you and Joe, and I think Joe thinks that possibly if he keeps bringing some of that up, that will draw in more viewers.
I don't know if that's
that could be a little part of it, a tiny bit.
Well, you know what? You know what? Instead of it being a lie, it could be perceived as a work. You know, so
Maybe.
Joe has a very good way of thinning the line between reality sometimes. And he's good at it. You know, he's been doing it a while. He's a showman. He's an entertainer. He knows what he's doing. And he does it well. And sometimes he blurs that line. And you could call that sometimes a work, or you could call it a lie, or you could call it many things because it's blurred in between. You know, just like kind of when he named, like when he'll say something about somebody, but then he'll say, oh, I'm not talking about you. Like when you all know who he's talking about, and then he could say, no, I'm not. I was doing this, this, and that. And then boom, all of a sudden there's those blurred lines again because he knows how to ride both sides very well.
And a lot of it too is that he makes sure to try to keep it off of monetize this mostly. You notice that? That's his other big key thing. He tries he tries to keep it off his big show. The real
That's not true, man.
So,
that's not true.
A lot of that, no, he goes and he calls into other shows and shit, and then he runs his mouth.
I would have agreed with you on that about a month ago, but not anymore because when I heard and seen all those clips from Monetize This from 2 weeks ago, where he talked about me, Dave, for fucking an hour and a half at the end of the show, I'm like, okay, he's not keeping it off his main show anymore.
That's because fucking Jesse fucking hit a sore spot.
Yeah, but Jesse's right though.
No,
Jesse's right though.
I know.
You know what? You can't sit there and have it both ways. You can't say, hey, I don't care where anybody goes. I just want to do my own show and do my own thing. When in reality, you don't want to do your own show and do your own thing because you keep bringing me up and keep saying shit here and there. I want to do a show called Joe's Shots. And I want to do it on a Saturday morning, and I want to be like, okay, here's all the shots that Joe took on last night. He monetized this, and you could probably, by the end of the night, you could probably count about 6 or 7 or 8 times that he took a shot at either me or Tommy or someone else. Okay, and it happens all the fucking time. So when I take my shots back, I do it very lightly. I don't do it as much, and I don't go as hard. But sometimes when you push the right buttons with me, you're going to get a fury back, okay? And he's got me to that point. Joe knows how to push my buttons, obviously. And if you don't think that Joe did that whole promo and all that shit that he said on fucking Scott's channel that night, if you don't think that was pointing towards me, then okay, that's fine. You could disagree with that. But I know for a fact that when he said that family you take care of that's around the way from you, around the block from you, I'm going to start with them. Yeah. I'm going to start with them first. I knew he was talking about my parents.
Yeah,
and he
I remember that.
Button to press, all right? And he got me. And my wife knew I was falling into a trap because she warned me a million times. And she said, Ken, don't say anything about it. Let it go. Don't be a dick. Just keep your mouth shut. And I said, I'm going to. And then the more I heard it and the more I listened to it, the more I broke it down, the more I just kept feeling it. Like, this fucking bastard had to go and say that just to fuck with me. For what reason? What reason? What am I doing? I'm just doing shows with my fucking friends. I'm not in competition with him. I don't go live every time Joe goes live. He does that with me. With me.
Yep.
I don't do that with him. I don't do that with him. He does that with me. I'm a 2,500 sub channel. Like, for real, dude, you're worried about me? Oh, why are you worried about me? You know why? Because he knows the only difference is exposure. That's the only difference. And he's never met anything like that in his career on YouTube. And it threatens him. And I get it. It would threaten me. I wouldn't want somebody to come in if I had 70,000 subs and be like, holy shit, this guy's fucking just as funny as you, man. Maybe funnier. I wouldn't want somebody to come in and take my shit and be like, oh my God, this guy's fucking, he's so funny that people like him so much, they might all start watching him. Of course you'll be like, fuck. I get it.
Well, we know that he wants to keep everything down so he can hoard all the money.
Yeah, I get it, man. You know, I got news for you, man. Somebody told me that Joe has hooks in YouTube and that all of our channels that surround this community have been shitted on and shut down and fucked with on purpose and demonetized and fucking whatever the fuck on purpose because Joe boxed us all in this community.
Shadow banned us.
Now listen, I'm not saying that's true, but I've heard that Joe has hooks in YouTube, and he's admitted to having hooks in YouTube. And you know what? What's so hard about somebody telling somebody, hey, here's a list of channels that I really want you to pay attention to and watch because they fuck with me and they're taking my viewers and they're blah 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 and this and that. Because my channel is dead in the water. I can't get new subscribers by the shit I put out because it gets out to nobody. My shit's dead in the water. So if I put my shit on another channel, I'd probably still be growing. I'd probably be well past fucking 4,000 subs at this point.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that.
Yeah, I just don't do it because, like, what's the sense, man? I like where I'm at, and I like who's chilling with us, and I don't have problems if you go watch my show, Joe's show, Joe Schmo's show, JB's show, Jack Joe, whoever the fuck. Go watch them all. I don't care.
Fuck JB. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, JB.
I enjoy all of it, too. Like, I understand why people would want to watch a lot of it. Go do it. Have fun. I don't care. See, when I say, hey, I don't care if you come on my show and then the next night you're on his show, I don't care. If I put you on my show, I'm putting you on my show. If you call in, thank you. I'm going to put you on if I want to put you on. Like,
except for Bullfrog.
Well, he sits there and he says, oh, I don't care if you go around and you're on people's shows. But then Jesse proved him wrong. His own guy proved him wrong right there in front of everybody. Like, but you care. And he's like, no, I don't care. And then 5 minutes later, yeah, it shows.
He did care.
Absolutely, yeah. He does care. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Jesse hit a sore spot, you know?
Yeah, I don't care. And you guys know I don't care because I'll put Jacob Prater on if he's on, like, if he calls in and I have enough room.
He sucks.
But I'm just saying, I'm giving you reference. I put people on that are on his show, and I put people on that, and he puts people on that are on my show once in a while, right? So, like, I don't give a fuck, obviously, and he acts like he doesn't give a fuck, but obviously he does, because God forbid Jesse called into my show, he'd probably be thrown off of Joe's show the next day.
He would be. So, he would be. We know that.
You know what? I got to tell you this. I'm glad you brought that up. I think it was me, Scott, and Mars Mira, and whoever else. Jesse called in saying that how can anybody want to do this to me? How come anybody had to throw away all these years of friendship? Apparently, what the deal was that Joe DM'd him on Twitter saying, you know, goodbye, I don't want nothing to talk to you, just for being in the chat on Mars's show.
Wow.
And Jesse called in, and he was like, he was almost on the verge of tears there.
Yeah, there you go, man. I mean, you know, listen.
And this was months back.
Joe has issue with, like, this is the things that I didn't know, like, he had issues with when I was working with him. One is listening to trolls. Like, this guy listens to people that influence him tremendously. So if somebody says, like, this, and that to him, hey, man, this guy might be doing this, and that, he fucking believes it. It's weird shit, the shit that he accuses people of, especially me. You know, paying Tommy NC, like, I paid Tommy to stay off of Joe's shows. He actually...
That's a new one.
No, I've been hearing that.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking hilarious. And then he tells, you know, people that I brainwashed Tommy, I brainwashed Himmelfarb, I brainwashed this person, I've tried to take that person, I'm friends with YR, and I talk to all those guys more than he does. Like, when the fuck was the last time you guys have heard me calling and bullshitting with all those guys? Like, I don't have an issue with them, and I don't know if they do or don't have an issue with me, but when was the last time you seen me talking on Scott's streams or YR streams?
Not that I'm
It's
I'm
been
surprised
a while.
Scott's,
it's been a good week.
A long time. I'm surprised Scott is still doing shows, believe it or not.
Well,
but
I mean,
then again, he's had so many channels, I don't even know which one he's using now.
As far as Scott, like, I don't have issue with him either. Like, I don't have beef with him, and we're not friends. Like, we don't interact. Like, if you don't interact with somebody, you can't call yourself a friend with them, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
You know, but I'm not his enemy, and I don't wish or do anything to him behind the scenes. I don't even play games with him like, oh, you know, let me get some contact out of fucking with Scott today. Let me fuck with Scott today a little bit so I can maybe get some content out of it. I don't play those games with him like that, dude. You know what I mean? Like, other people do and have. And other people have even made those claims right there out in the open, like, hey, yeah, this is what I was doing, you know, like, you know, so like, you know, point the finger, you point the finger. And honestly, I don't know what's going on. I haven't listened to a lot of bullshit in a while, like as far as like drama shit.
Yeah.
And when I get sent clips, I don't really listen to like 80% of them. To be honest with you, I throw like 80% of them away. I don't even listen to them, man. I got to tell you, Bullfrog left me clips about like a month ago where he was bashing me and talking shit to me really hard because he was pissed at me for something.
Wow.
And I just deleted all of them. Didn't even listen to them. You know, because I didn't even want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. You know?
Yeah.
So I only listen to like 20% of the clips I get sent. And you know what? I've heard a couple of clips where I can go and fucking say some shit on some video. I'm not going to bother with it anymore. Fuck it, man. Whatever. Like, if Joe wants to make it sound like I'm some kind of fucking genius that can brainwash rich men in Florida and, you know, autistic people in fucking North Carolina, then all right, that's fine. If people want to believe that, go ahead. Believe it. I don't really give a fuck.
You're paying Tommy to not come on the show.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done defending that shit because anybody that would believe that I have enough money that I could pay Tommy to not be on Joe's shit, man, are they gullible? I got him I got a bridge to sell you, too. You know?
Yeah, right. Come on. I mean, nobody brainwashed no one, folks.
Nope. And that weekend I spent with Himmelfarb and those guys.
Yeah.
You know what? We didn't mention Joe Cronin once. We didn't mention Joe Cronin once to each other. We had a good fucking time. We got drunk. We enjoyed it. It was a good fucking trip. And we went and saw that women's wrestling pay-per-view. And
Evolution.
We had a hotel room 2 feet away from the fucking arena. And we got drunk and we fucking... And it was fun as fuck. And we hung out the whole weekend. And we went and ate at the... You know, I took them to the fucking diner here in New York. And like, you know, we went into the city. We went around Times Square. This is all before COVID fucking stuff and everything.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
You know, we had a great time. And that whole entire time, Joe Cronin maybe came up once or twice. And you know what? We didn't spend long on it because no one was hating on him. And if he did get brought up, he was brought up and learned. Because at that point, Himmelfarb was still very cool and very close with
Joe,
so,
yes.
Everything was brought up. It was brought up love. That was about it. So Joe goes around and tells people, Ken brainwashed Himmelfarb when he visit to New York. Like, man, that fucking not only pisses off and hurts both of us, but more Himmelfarb than anybody, because you're saying that about a grown-ass man that has a job and makes a damn good living and takes care of his family.
And help donated tons of money to Joe.
And help that dude who's saying it get into his own house, and for him to turn around and say Ken brainwashed him when he was in New York, that doesn't just piss off Ken or upset Ken. That pisses off and upsets other people that saw this man donate so much to you. Then you turn around and say that about him, that he can be brainwashed that quick and easy and simple, from fucking some shyster in New York,
Right.
Like that. Paint it. That's the way that Joe wants to paint it. A grown man got fucking totally brainwashed from some swindler in New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a trip, man.
Yeah. Swindled him. And then he sits there and says, I defended this guy's wife. And then he goes and says all this about Leah and me. Like, I defended this guy's wife. Are you kidding me? The times I defended your wife too? I didn't have to do it. I wasn't told to do it. I didn't want accolades for it. But I don't go around saying, hey, you know how many times I defended Leah back in the day? Like, get over it, dude. Are you out of your mind? You fucking sat there. This guy sat there and said that we faked my wife's cancer. And then he sits there and says, oh, I've never said anything like that. Ken, never. I would never say anything like he said. But come on, man. It's fucking double standard. That's when you say someone's a hypocrite.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So there's a lot of shit going on with that whole thing. But like I said, with all that said, I just want to move the fuck on, and like just stop taking shots at me. Stop fucking telling. Like, you can take shots at me, honestly. Take as many shots as you want, because I'm part of the community. I'm part of the whole thing. As much as he has me blocked in his chat and has my name blocked on his shit and doesn't ever says my name and mutes the show at least 45 times when I'm brought up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I should also do another show called Joe's Mutes. From the
Yeah.
There's at least mutes from the night before too. So like I as much as all that goes on, that's cool because we make content out of it. Like Chris might go do a diss track and it might be funny shit and at least something autistic comes out of it and funny and entertaining. You know, maybe Joe does an imitation of me and fucking people start dying laughing. Maybe that's something that's good and entertaining comes out of it. That part about it, I love. You know, even if you get one up on me and you did something better than me, hey, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's content. But when you go and you start making up lies and you start fucking making assumptions and claims like paying somebody to be off your show and that shit, and you start harping on the fact that I said he's a bad father, and I never called his wife a bad mother, first of all, but I did say Joe is a bad father and all this shit, and I said it in a moment of fucking pure anger, and I wanted to choke him at that point because that promo he cut, it really just cut me hard because it fucking hurt me, and I wanted to fuck him up, to be honest.
Wow.
You know, and it came out that it came out like, fuck you, and I threatened him too, man. You know, like I said, you know, you fuck with my family. Come here and fuck with them like you said you're gonna, and I'll fuck with you. I never said I would fuck with his family. I said I would fuck with him. I would never, ever threaten anybody's family, like go hurt family members. Like, I'm going to come and hurt your family members. Like, that's some fucking crazy shit, you know?
Crazy nut.
And you know, in a way, he said that. In that promo he cut, man, that family you care so much for around the block from you.
Yeah, Mars and Nikki Nines and the other guy there, they were talking extensively about that on Mars's show that one time.
Nikki Nines, when he dissects and gets into what Joe's all about, man, a guy that hasn't been around that long, for him to know the angle and to know that much about Joe, he figured it out really quick. The dude's got major street smarts and knows what he's talking about because he dissects that shit really well and knows Joe. He knows who Joe is already, this guy. He didn't even need major contact with him. And he knows who he is, like just by his interactions with Joe and by what Mars can tell him and what he sees going on with everything that's happened with me and him and Mars and him. And you know what I mean? So he's seen it all, and he's seen all that shit in a quick time and already figured out Joe for what he really is, you know? And, you know, but with that said too, they both agreed too, like, all right, you know what? It's time to move on. But it's like every time we go to move on, Joe goes and does or says some stupid shit. And it's like, here we go. The whole community's talking about it. All the drama shows are talking about it. All the people are sending shit around and talking about it, you know?
Yeah,
so
true.
it's like, how can you not address it after that? You know, because some people are like, hey, you better talk about this. And then some people are like, oh, my God, stop talking about this. And it's like, who do you please? What do you do? What do you do?
Nobody's satisfied. There's a group of people that are up to here with it, and there's a group of people that just are prone addicted to it.
Yeah, I don't, you know, and it's like if you don't do it, then these people are pissed, and if you keep doing it, then these people are like, yo, what the fuck already? You're like, what do you do?
Same thing with the radio station. People call and say, you never play enough new wave. Or the other people say, you never play enough heavy metal.
You can't win. You can't win either way.
Right. Yeah.
You can't win for losing. That's all I can say.
I understand both ways, though, too. I understand what they mean because it's like, yeah, I get it. I want to move on, too. And then the other part of you is like, no, fuck that. I want to rebuttal what this dude just said. You know, but it's like, yeah, but you want to move on. Then move on. You know, so I get it. It's frustrating.
Yeah,
you know?
Because I understand that well because, you know, one of the big rules that we learned growing up was somebody fucks with you, you were to get back at them, or otherwise you are a coward.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? It's just words when you really think about it. So on the internet, it should be easy to let shit go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not. But, you know, it is what it is, you know? I don't know. You know, part of me just wants to move the fuck on with it, too. You know? But we'll see what happens because Monetize This is tonight. And you can listen for Joe's shots and mutes throughout the night. And let us know tomorrow how many there were.
Yeah.
I'll be at work. I'll be at work tomorrow, so I won't have time to listen.
I'm sure there'll be several.
Well, they will. You know?
Again, I remember there was on one of your IRL streams, somebody donated and brought up something that was really interesting. That Joe possibly has abandonment issues. Like if JB leaves the show, or you leaving the show, or this person leaving the show, he has a hard time with it.
Yeah, he does. Because when I originally left, it wasn't because I got into a fight with him. I left because I couldn't do Friday and Saturday nights anymore because I was fucking falling asleep on the show Saturday night because I worked.
Your work schedule.
I started working Saturday, so that fucked me completely up. So when I first left, I told Joe what the deal was. It was my job. It was nothing personal. It was nothing, and he still had to give me the knife a little bit to the gut. Even months after I left Monetize This because I couldn't do it no more. And if I had it up to me, I would have just did Monetize This and fucked Corrupted because I'd rather have done Monetize This because I like doing that show. Yeah. I didn't like, I like doing Corrupted, but I'd rather have stayed on doing Monetize This. But I had to leave Monetize This because I started working Saturdays. And he knew that. So he knew I didn't leave out of spite. I didn't leave because of a fight. And he still gave me the knife to the gut every once in a while. With little shots, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, leave the show like Ken did, yeah," okay. You know, and stuff like that. And
I think he possibly has abandonment issues because he mentioned that his father died or when he was a young kid there.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go all shrink on him and shit, but all I know is when I left, I left because of a good reason, and it was nothing personal, and he still had an issue with it, like just like he did with. JB, when JB turned around and said, "I'm leaving to hang out with my family more," that's true. He couldn't believe that. He couldn't accept that for some reason, But listen, it is what it is, man. And I just at this point, it's like stop fucking telling people I pay people to not be on shows. Stop fucking painting me as this guy who fucking is like this monster who's gonna hurt his kids and. Like, come on now, man. Like, he knows I'm not that guy. I've had his number for the last 4 years. I never gave it to one living soul. I know his address forever. I never gave it to a living soul. I would never do anything like that. I haven't, and I wouldn't, no matter how fucked up shit got, unless it's done to me. He accuses me of fucking getting Jake,
Jake DeMarco.
Yeah, getting him swatted, swatted. Like, for real, man. Like, for real. Like, come on. Come on. And I even have Jake DeMarco telling me, Ken, you didn't do that to me, bro. But, like, that had nothing to do with you. That was, like, a year later. Like, Joe's out of... Like, he even said it to me. Joe's out of his mind. He doesn't know what he's saying, man. I never said that. Joe's making that up. I never said that. That's what was said to me by him. The guy who was swatted himself. So it's like when he goes around and tells these people this like it's such factual shit. That shit pisses me off because it's lies. I don't like fucking lying and shit.
Right.
You want to say I'm a piece of shit, my show sucks. You want to say I got my fans from him. You want to say I'm coattail riding you. You want to say I suck. You want to say I'm fat. You want to say whatever. Say all of it. Let's have some fun. But don't fucking make up lies.
Yeah, that's true, Ken.
True, fucking true, man. So,
fucking A.
Yeah.
Twice.
Well, he has that $299 in about 2 months.
Well, listen, he'll start crying about his taxes. He owes fucking $40,000 now. I owe $40,000.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. He wants to hit $299 and $300 and fucking clean up and make a lot of money.
Yeah, like, I don't impede on his shit, man. I don't make dick, so you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, we don't make dick.
I'm concentrating on my
The fuck you so obsessed about a 2,500 sub channel for, man? Why you worry about me so much, bro? What do you think? Why are you worried?
It shouldn't be such a big deal. It really shouldn't.
No, it doesn't, man. But like at this point, I just want to like take shots, have fun, move on. You know?
No, I just don't. I don't see what the big deal is with him. You know, there's no reason for it. I just don't think there's no reason for it. It's stupid.
He knows that a lot of people would rather see us all cool with each other as opposed to taking shots and fighting and making claims, blaming people for not being on the show. But you know what? That's not the way he's operating. I don't know why, but hey, I'm not in Joe's head. I don't know what he's thinking. So, like I said before, he could be thinking a lot of things. Who knows, man? Who's telling him? Who knows what's being said, and who knows?
We don't want to probably know what's going on in his head. Right?
Probably get lost.
Yeah, who knows? He just doesn't do what's best for business. You know?
He don't play well with others after a while.
No, he don't. You're right.
After a while. In the beginning, he's the best. He's so funny, and we have so much fun.
It's all a smoke screen.
But then, not so much. You know?
The reality hits.
I don't know what it is, but
no, it's just I just think like he just wants to make sure he hoards up all the money. That's his biggest thing. He's just got to get all that money.
Like look at the group of guys. Dude, look at the group of guys I work with. Like, have you ever seen me bash or get in a fight with any one of those dudes on air?
No.
Ever?
Never.
Not that I heard of.
Heard me bash one of them?
Well, you make fun of Connie a little bit.
Yeah, it's my cousin.
Yeah, that comes along with
Yeah,
being related. You do also take shots at one another at times.
Filthy mouth gamer and say he sucks or
Gamer's a piece of shit. Ban him.
Like yeah,
you never fucking say nothing like that ever, Ken.
Never. I don't know. I'm filthy is your best friend.
Yeah, dude, like those are friends, man. Like I don't fight with would never go and say anything about any one of those guys, like
right,
or get into a fight with them on air ever, like or off air at that fact. Like I mean, it's just like these are my friends and family, like
right, right,
yeah. And filthy, like he, I mean, he's friggin'
true.
He's an easy guy to get along with, easy to get along with, and he's mostly positive, and you know what I mean? Like, he's never a negative guy. Like, you don't see my guys ever attacking or saying anything really about Joe, ever.
No.
You know what I mean? Ever. Like, you never hear Filthy talk shit about Joe.
Gamer doesn't care about none of that shit.
You know what I mean? Like, none of my guys ever attack or say anything. Like, I hear these clips all the time of like that little fucking ugly dude, that redneck, the nerdy, ugly nerdy dude.
Redneck? Are you talking about redneck?
Always nerdy.
Motherfucker, talking about me, yo, bitch.
Like, I've heard that guy say, yeah, he's so fat, he's diabetes, and he's fat ass, Ken's fat, and the show sucks, and he's fat, I've heard, like, even down to, like, the seventh mic guys, like, these weird dudes that he has around him, like, fucking make fun of my weight on my show, like, it's fucking just weird. You don't hear any one of my guys talk shit about Joe, or JB, or anybody on their show.
Never mentioned.
Or anybody's, on anyone. Because
it's kind of funny because and yet Filthy dares to call me a flip flopper when I was on Monetize This at one time there when he was on.
What do you mean?
Well, one time I got a call, was asked to call in on Monetize This, and Noise Nerdy was on. He was saying I was a flip flopper and this and that, but yet he's go along with Joe's side, talking smack about you.
Oh, he called you a flip flopper?
Yeah, because of the thing I was doing with YR. Remember that show we did, which I'm glad I got away from because, as I mentioned to Nikki Nines and everybody else, he promised YR promised that there would be no drama, but yet he was slowly but surely he was breaking his word.
Well, you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well, yes, it was, and from what I understand from Nikki Nines, he's still pissed off that I left because he's still he's saying that the show I do with Arcanoia Stroke of Being is a snooze fest. Why? Because there's no drama. Because it's like. I think the problem is Wire is one of those guys that relies on drama to either get ratings, views, because we all know drama sells. Like, let's just look at the Real Housewives and Maury Povich, for example.
Well, I'll tell you this. The one thing that pissed me off was Joe was saying that people were telling him who he couldn't be friends with, like Scott and YR. And he was like, oh, I got a co-host, an ex-co-host that's more friends with YR than anyone else. I think he was talking about me or Dave Rose. But what's funny is no one told Joe, no one said, Joe, you shouldn't be friends with these people or talk to those people. I said, it's funny that you talk to these people more than you talk to your supporters and the people who donate to you. That's what I meant when I said that. And he took the words and, like, twisted the shit out of it. Funny. But anyway.
Of course.
Yeah, that's true shit, man. Fuck yeah.
You know, we have yet to hear Big D say any words. You know, he'll get his words in about this whole thing there, or about anything else.
I'm fine and fine.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so how are you feeling, by the way, Big D? Everything going good for you, man?
Still big.
That's good.
No, he's in the studio.
Yeah, he's in the studio.
Yeah, he's with those guys right now.
Mm-hmm.
Big D?
Big D.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Not too bad.
Good to hear you.
Feeling fucked up.
Nice.
I fucked up in Jericho, and they ran me into a year almost today.
Wait, what happened?
I was hung up in Sunflower Crate. They kept me in the fucking shank here for 4 years. And they left me over in last month. Now they got me hooked on a serious up. You hear me?
Oh, yeah, now I could hear it.
Now I can hear him.
It's a recross and regross.
No, since his fucking blood clot in his head, dude, it's like, you know, it's like hard to understand some of the shit he says, so.
I got it right.
Yeah, so, but I still love him, man. He's still my buddy.
Yeah, man, that's all good, brother. You always love the guy, no matter what.
Fuck yeah.
No matter what.
I mean, sometimes I have a hard time understanding what he's trying to say, but I you know.
You know what I mean? Like, that happens. I had a cousin who was deaf, and he's passed away now. But back when I was a kid, I was to speak with him because I didn't know sign language and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But found out a way to communicate anyway. You communicate. You take your time, and eventually, you know, everybody knows what's going on.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I know what there is.
Yep.
They were telling me 2 hours later, top, and you know whatever. I was going to what? And she's like, "Get out of here." So you go find something. And they kept me on 2 more talks to find somebody to come and move her there. Which I don't even like this much, but whatever. And that's just, I messed it there, just numbering me. You don't know the fucking numbers coming over there. Yeah, I'm like, fuck there. I got a mess, but they ain't cost me nothing, so fuck.
Move over, Special Ed. We got Big D now.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So Special Ed, we're going to have to take a back seat for now.
No.
He's gonna have to take a back seat, huh?
Yep. Yeah, but it's all better.
Well, it could be worse.
Uh-huh.
You fat, lazy fuck.
No, shit.
This Big D, you didn't have to say that, dude.
Oops.
God, that sounded good.
Damn, Big D.
Yeah.
But, man, it's good to hear you.
Sorry about that.
The guys told me you almost died.
I was. Regained it by my own, and better, and brought me over the first flower net. First flower I was net. Done.
Wow.
Yeah, he was up about 150, 200 miles up at our buddy's house. And fucking, when he had his fucking episode, he like spun around and cracked his head right on the fucking concrete when he fell. You know what I mean? Because he was walking when it happened. And so, and then they brought him to the hospital up there. You know, and then he was there for a while, and then he came down here. And now he's kind of trying to get speech therapy and all that.
But listen, is he okay now? Like as far as the blood clot?
13% back.
13%.
13% the message they can't leave me off the left side.
Left side of his brain, 13% only works.
And the left side of the cloud ear is only working when they want. You gotta work them with. Then I hope you work them against them.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm old.
No, he's like around the same age as us.
I'm old though.
Around
What
40s.
Yeah.
What happened? You had a brain. Like what happened exactly?
I was up in that term. They found him that I was finding on Showboy. I was sober over in Dyke Open, out the knife right in front of my door.
Well, I know before all this happened, he had a blood clot in his leg.
Yeah.
And it must have moved up into his brain.
And then I skid past it. I just faster much faster and flowed off, and I put my foot on the phone. And I remember the last time going to sleep, I was out. It took him across there it took 2 hours over and 50 problems, or 55 problems to or whatever. And then they found out other people upon a new neural property saying, "Yeah, you're live. Here you go." And they let me left me live a fucking live for a year after I was over, and still got my.
Yo, you sound good, man. You sound like you're going. You're talking. You can't understand a lot of what you're saying, but you're going, man. You keep doing what you're doing, brother, and keep moving back towards getting better, bro.
Well, fuck, he found his fucking way over here fucking tonight all by himself, dude. I was like, fucking hey. He came pounding on the door, and he's going to spend the night and shit, and fucking, and I'm kind of glad to see him,
Yeah.
What does his brother say about all this?
I don't know. I haven't seen his brother for a fucking long time. I don't even know what the fuck he's up to.
But for 4 hours. 4 hours watched him see us. He was out sleeping late.
He was sleeping? Oh. Yeah, it's like right now he kind of, I'm not really sure. He said he's sleeping. I don't know.
His first month was gone. He came and seemed to stop or to go.
Yeah.
And then he fucking picked up and left.
And I guess he picked up something and left.
Yep.
Probably a bag of weed or something.
Probably a big fat bag of weed.
After what happened to you, you sound a little more like your cousin Chris now.
So
you guys, like in Minnesota Vikings, you almost down to his level now. So.
Gotta keep it straight.
Well, hey, it's like in here we have 2 heart attacks and a stroke. You know what I mean?
All right, let's go for
We're all fucked up.
Fucked up, bro. Yo, you guys should do your own fucking podcast, like a health podcast. You know what I mean? Between the 3 of you guys, you live fucking 5 lives already.
Oh my god, had to have 2 or 3 a time die.
At least.
Holy shit, man! And I bet you that you never thought anything like this would have fucking happened to you, huh?
Sometimes.
You thought something like this would have happened to you?
Normal for me. I guess that was one time that did it, not me.
Well, some words that he says in his mind, he's trying to say another word, and another word will come out.
What's that?
Yeah, I get it. In time, that'll all come back, man. The brain's a powerful thing.
No, I was
you know
talking
what I mean?
about when you're talking. I mean, sometimes you're thinking something, but the words don't come out the way you want them to come out.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
It happens.
Yeah, I get it, man. It's just good to hear that you're up, moving around, doing your thing, and back to living again.
That's right.
And you know what I mean? And that's the good thing. And everything else takes time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you got time now, man. That's what you got now.
I got Dr. X's Earth or whatever with their Mintrider or whatever. They got to make them get on TV and do more sort. Ask me questions and shit.
God gave you more time on this earth because a lot of people might have died in that whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So, and the same thing for you two. Both of you guys, sometimes a heart attack, you don't walk out of it.
Dude, I had a Widowmaker, man. I had the fucking worst heart attack you could have had. Fucking the first time.
You get hit with a stroke or a heart attack, and it's over. You know, it's just one time. So, you guys, all three is a very lucky people, man.
Yep.
And, you know, when this COVID thing is over, I think the three of you guys, I think you should sell the house and take that money, and fucking the three of you guys travel the world. Come on. Bring those two guys with you at Minnesota.
That's
So.
if the COVID is gone, hopefully, which would be soon,
It'll
hopefully.
it will be a couple years.
All over another season, see such a no bitches have kids.
Fuck the rate it's going, dude. We won't be on vacation ever. The way money
You know,
is.
and the thing is, I'm concerned for all these all these nightclubs, these concert venues, and all these places here. They got to be hurting like hell.
Listen to me. COVID will be gone before, like, at the end of next Christmas. You're going to be able to travel the world again soon. At the end of next Christmas, around then.
Sure.
We'll see.
I hope so.
And I'm telling you, they got 3 vaccines coming in. One of them are going to be good. I'm telling you.
And so hopefully we won't be able to wear a mask in our new job no more, because every time I breathe out that bitch, it clogs up my glasses.
Dr. Earl, they're going to be wearing masks in this country from here on out, buddy. Even after the COVID's gone, people will be wearing those stupid masks. Watch.
Yeah.
Because they're still paranoid, I'll bet you right now, because they're
fucking not here.
They're programmed into it now, man.
Oh, not Graham.
Like China and shit's been wearing them for like 20 years, right?
Yeah.
And all these cyber goth kids.
Yeah, well,
imagine who's they'll know that there's nobody with bug buzzing for them. No bus.
Fuck those kids.
You know.
Yeah.
Mask panties.
Yeah.
Man's panties, whatever that means. Man's panties.
Put some patties on your head. Use them for a mask. Fuck it.
My movie is starting very soon, fellas, and I'm gonna go in and watch a movie. And chill. What time is it right now?
10.
Well, it's 9:20 over here, Central.
10:20 your time.
Yeah, dude. You guys have a good rest of the night, man, and it's good to hear you sounding good, man, and back on to real as fuck.
Hey, I agree.
Thanks for coming on, Ken.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Ken. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, dude. And say what's
we're
up
glad
to
you're here, man.
What's up to the great
Special Ed.
Fucking what's his name again?
Special Ed.
Special Ed. I'm sorry. It's
Big
been
D?
so long.
This is Big D.
Big D, yeah.
Yeah, it's been so long, Big D. That Special Ed's been around, and it's been a while too, man. It's good to hear you doing good, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Do it too.
You take it easy, bro, and enjoy the time that God gave you back on this earth, man.
Give me the Conway.
He has a bottle of vodka here and fucking some dope. You know, he's fucking working it.
He's doing good. He's doing all right.
Come on.
And now that blood clot is gone, right? Like, that blood clot could never do anything again to him, right?
No, I can always skip it, Mir.
He just got to keep the blood thin, you know what I mean?
They make my Chetamades my Nomade, but my name
So are you on blood thinners currently?
Yeah, you can't array them up in different
Yeah, it's called vodka. Straight.
Yeah.
That'll
hey, yo!
That'll thin your shit right out.
No, I have to raise some Budweiser so much so then they can go and skip me some seats. I'll skip it as long as I'm in leaves for like 12 minutes, and then I'll be about maybe 2-3 left.
He's a trip, dude. I love him.
That's a trilogy.
I remember when you first came onto my show, you were like, "I'll fucking kill somebody." Talking about
yeah.
I was like, "Holy shit!" Fucking
That's
don't play around.
We play.
I remember hearing him on here saying, "Fuck these guys! They don't like my brother. Fuck all." I was like,
I remember that, man. Yeah.
I remember you.
You know, so it's good to hear that you're back to sounding good and you're chilling with the guys, man. It really is.
It'll work.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, that's for sure, man.
They
Crazy
took my McClurry out.
Fuck this week, bro. This
yeah,
year.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking one of my best friends, Ken, fucking his brother was missing since July, and fucking they just found him the day Vikings fan's dad, we found out he died. They found him
Yeah.
in a trailer, decomposed, totally decomposed.
Wow.
It's a fucked up year, dude. Totally fucked up.
2020
Wow,
is trash, man.
I
Yeah,
know.
I went to a funeral tonight, a wake tonight, and tomorrow a funeral, and it's just fucked up, man. I know, man, and it's not over, you know. But 2020 has been one fucked up year for a lot of.
No, it's probably not going to end. It's probably still going to be more fucked up shit happening, but
I know. Look at all the icons we have lost. Alex Trebek, Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, yeah.
well, I'm sure there'll be more too.
And you know what, man? The world is fucked, and we're on the ride. We're front row seats, so
They're gonna say
we're
we're
here,
right
right?
fed.
You know. So, but listen, you know what? As bad as things are, sometimes you enjoy the moments here and there, don't you?
Yeah, for my last
True,
4 months
yeah.
or sphere.
There you go.
Last month
Yeah,
I've been
school-
here the whole time. And times I need to go, I was like, Jed, you go back and get my joist back.
There you go. See, you go back and get his joints back, bro.
Yeah, whatever. Them two.
Them too. Don't forget the joints.
He's got my Viking cap and my bun money and cheese money and my gas money, and he's stuck in it.
You
I need
got
to
all
cut
kinds
for
of
cash.
shit you got to pick up.
No, that's why I gotta visit. All my shit's been measured. Them roads.
Well, you guys got it made in Minnesota, man. I know the deal, bro. You got a built-in pool in Minnesota. Everything they need right there in that little compound.
Fuck, I don't know. In a few years, dude, I've been thinking about selling and fucking buying a farm or something. You know?
Why a farm? You want to fucking have to go out and work the fucking farm?
I don't know.
You
I
could
just
just-
kind of want to go out, you know, more out in the woods and kind of be more. You know?
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to buy a farm. You just move in with redneck.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't buy a farm. What you buy is you buy a couple of acres.
Well, see, I wanted one. You know, I want to get like 10 acres so I could bow hunt and all that stuff on there. You know.
And they have a house built there.
What I would do is I would get 10 acres in hunting land. Like I would go up, like I know where I'd go, like from New York area, I would go upstate New York, like where Canada and New York border.
Yeah.
And I would buy about like 20 acres up there. It's very cheap. It's like about 170,000 for 20 acres up there.
Wow.
And I would get like 20 acres of land in hunting area. So when it's hunting season, I'd be out in my own land fucking hunting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I want, you know, and then be able to, you know, four-wheel, I'll, you know, get some four-wheelers and shit and make some
Fucking-
paths.
You know what? I would go where it has all 4 seasons because I don't like being anywhere where it's just like hot all the time or cold all the time. I want it to where there's a summer, there's a winter, there's a fall, there's a spring. I want all the 4 seasons wherever I decide to, like, you know, stay eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right up your.
Yeah, I want snow in the winter and I want nice hot sun in the summer. You know?
Yeah, up at my aunt's house, I got snow.
Then maybe you would. Then how would you? Then I know you mentioned about coming down to visiting Texas a couple of times. If you were to live here in Texas, you may have a somewhat of an issue with the weather around here because, as you know, right in the area that I live in, there's no snow, and it's December here.
I know, man. You guys never have it snow there, bro. I know it. But I heard it's
Yeah,
really nice there, though. I heard the weather is nice, but you guys get hurricanes and fucking. I don't think listen. I know Texas is the shit, and I know Texas is fucking great. It's one of the best fucking states in the union. I get that.
Absolutely.
But I don't think I could live there, though. You know what I mean? Because and the only reason because I heard Texas is the best for everything else. The only reason I couldn't live there is because I want all 4 seasons. I need to have the snow in the winter. I need to have the snow around me.
That's
In the
true.
winter.
There's no. It's kind of awkward to hear Christmas music, you know, and have all these Christmas decorations when there's no snow around. Unlike, you know, Michigan, you know, where there was lots of snow during that period of time.
That's weird you're saying that because when I lived in Florida, when I was a kid, we lived there for almost 2 years. And when I lived in Florida, we celebrated the first Christmas that I lived there. And I was like, this is fucking weird. And my sister was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, Lisa, there is no fucking snow. It's not even cold out. We're in our shorts and T-shirts and it's Christmas.
Yeah, up here there ain't no snow on the ground right now.
No, you get snow though, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Usually we have snow on the ground, but it's all melted right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Mother Nature's been fucked up for the past couple of years there. So
I'm sorry. I would have to move. I would, you know what? I would even live somewhere where there's snow all year round. Like I don't mind the snow. I love the fucking snow. I love it. You know, but summer. I do need the summer because I also love sitting on a hot beach or being in the sun. You know what I mean? And just being in the sun, I love it. You know, so.
Well, I think the weather here and where you live are kind of pretty close to the same.
It is, but you know what? Long Island, when it snows, when you guys get like a huge snowstorm, we get like a couple of inches. And when we get a huge snowstorm, that means you guys got a huge one. So we very rarely get the big ones like you guys do. And we get a big snowstorm maybe once every 5 years. But every year that it's supposed to snow, like the snowing season starts, we get snow. But sometimes we'll get like 10 inches one year and maybe one year we'll get fucking, 17 feet worth during the whole winter. But I got to tell you, man, the last 2 years, it has barely snowed here at all. So I don't know, man. Something weird's going on. Long Island's becoming like more tropical. I don't fucking know, man, but it really.
Like I said, Mother Nature's been smoking crack.
Yeah, like here, it's like, the snow, it's only been coming down like 6 to 8 inches. We haven't really had a big snowstorm in a couple of years. It's like 6-8 here, 6-8 here, 6-8 here.
It's probably been a mild 2 years since a big snowstorm because like I said, when you guys usually get like a huge snowstorm in Minnesota and the Great Lakes area and shit like that, we always get some of that. By the time I got news for you, man, upstate New York will get like a foot, and then like Long Island will get like maybe 7 inches.
Well,
so,
my mom in Colorado, she'll get the snow, and then it'll go over the Rockies, and then we'll get it like 2 days later.
Yep, money on earth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So she's like, "Well, you better get ready, because snow's on the way."
Yeah, that's funny you said that because my cousins live in Pennsylvania, and whenever it snows there, the weather goes over like towards Pennsylvania, and then towards New York City, and then towards Long Island. And whenever they get like huge snowstorms, they're like, "Yeah, it's coming your way," and it goes to New Jersey, it comes to the city, and then it comes to Long Island. But I swear to you, by the time it gets to Long Island, like if the city had 14 inches of snow, we would get like, 14 inches of snow in the city and only 9 inches on Long Island. So like we get less sometimes because we're in the water a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the heat from the water is kind of keeping the snow down.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you though, every once in a while, dude, we will get a huge snowstorm where like we're not ready for it. But they do plow the streets very fucking well here, which I'm sure they do by you very good because they've done it for forever. And they do it very good here. And New York City is unbelievable too. How they get rid of snow so fast, it's fucking crazy. They put the snow in these melters, bro, right in the street. So like they don't pack up the snow on trucks and remove it or put it into an area. They take it and melt it. They get rid of it. They turn it into water, bro. They turn it into fucking water. It's crazy.
Wow.
Warm place for your store.
They plow the snow into the back of the machine as they're going down the block, and it melts it, and water shoots out the back. Hot water.
Wow.
It turns it instantly hot.
That's hot water.
Yeah, up here in Minnesota, they just plow the roads and let it shoot onto the boulevards, and then you'll have like 4, 5, 6, 7 foot snow piles.
That's what the motherfuckers do here. That's what they do here. The motherfuckers, like where I live, they plow, and so like if I go and I shovel out my driveway is big. So if I shovel out my driveway and I clear it out for my cars to get in and out, like 20 minutes later, the plow comes down the block and fucking plows my driveway back in again.
Yep.
And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, same here. Yep.
Yeah. And I don't have my father, dude. I didn't have a good snowblower for years. I always used shovels, bro. And I would dig out like long driveways with shovels, bro. Like 2.5, like a foot and a half of snow. With like a fucking 40-foot driveway with one shovel. Like,
Damn.
how long that took me, bro? It took me at like fucking 2.5 hours, bro. But my father 2 years ago went and bought this huge industrial fucking snowblower, and I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is this thing?" My father was like, "This is the best fucking snowblower you'll ever use," and I'm like, "Holy shit, this thing's huge, man!"
It's a tank.
I was like, "Why'd you get something so big?" And he was like, I could do my whole house and do your whole entire driveway. I was like, "You could do my driveway in 3 minutes with this fucking thing." I mean, this thing is huge, bro. I used to use them at my old job, and I was like, those things were pretty big, and they had hand warmers and shit. But this thing is fucking huge. I couldn't believe how big it was.
Yeah,
So,
wow.
For a big snowstorm, bro. I'm waiting for one. And we haven't had one in 2 years. So this thing's been sitting in my father's garage, just fucking sitting there, like, waiting to be used. That's why I'm like, it's such a waste, those things, man.
Yeah, I got a snowblower in the garage. I broke the pull string on it, and fucking I had to take it apart and, refix it and shit like that. And so hopefully it runs good this winter. I've had this snowblower for fucking 12 years, 15 years.
Same one?
Yeah, the same one. Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's like kind of took the engine off, put it on another one. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we worked on it. We put the engine on a new chassis that was on Craigslist, so we went and converted it.
Which that one was pretty much like brand new.
Yeah, it was a brand new chassis, basically.
It was.
Imagine putting a plow on a golf cart. Come on.
Wow.
I used to use this machine at work that was a driving snow plow. Like, basically, it was like a John Deere, but the front of it had a snowblower on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was a four-wheel, like a John Deere, like mower. But it wasn't a mower. It didn't have the mower underneath it. And it had a plow in the front of it. And it was like a mini plower. I used to use this thing all the time, man, when I worked at a cemetery. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, hell, my last job I had, I was driving roll-off containers, like the big industrial ones.
Yeah.
And during the winter, when we'd get more than 5 inches, we'd have to go to these train depots, train state, like where Burlington Northern or whatever Pacific, their yards, and then they'd have big piles of snow that they'd throw in the back, and I'd haul the shit, to the other side, where they had big piles and dump them.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And yeah, I did that during the winter. We'd have to like work overnights and shit like that.
Dude, in like 10 years from now, if I'm still alive, God willing, and then we could fucking still have a country at that point, I'm going to fucking consolidate my money, and I'm leaving New York. And I'm probably going to go buy, like, land somewhere in middle America.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do what you said, same exact thing. I'm going to have, like, four-wheelers and fucking a nice little, like, log cabin. A nice log cabin.
Remember where that little lake?
So middle of nowhere with a lake, right? And I'm going to be fucking fishing.
Yeah, I wanted it where you could snowmobile and four-wheel and ice fish and fish.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing if God lets me do it, I'm going to be doing that. There's no doubt about it.
Nice.
No doubt about it.
So cream.
Yeah, I've been off of work for about 3 years now, and I mean, it gets boring sometimes, but I got pretty injured at work. So, so I'm kind of like just sitting here, fucking broken up, basically.
Yeah.
Broken.
I have yet to even get injured at work myself, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've been injured at work a couple of times, but like it always comes to the point where the doctor's like, "Okay, you got to go back." I'm like, "Okay, got to go back." No matter how I feel, even if I felt like, "Hey, doc, I'm still in massive pain," the doctor's like, "Well, comp won't pay anymore, so you got to go back." And that's boom, I got to go back.
Well, yeah, I can't even pass my DOT physical. I go in and I fail it, so I can't drive. Like Class A or semis or nothing.
Yeah, see, that's because you have a specific thing you're doing. Yeah, my job's a little different. Where, I mean, like I couldn't perform like certain duties because I was like, you know, not feeling good. Monkey, stay right here and shut your mouth. Stay here and sit. Stay. Stop. I couldn't perform like certain duties, like lifting and like putting my hands over my head at one point because I blew out like my C5 and C6 vertebrae.
Oof.
And I had like it was a bad blowout, man. And I was getting fucking epidurals every other week. Like the needle in your spine.
Yep. Yeah, I got them.
They could only do it so many times, you know what I mean? And they had to stop doing it. And then I started feeling pain, like really bad. And I couldn't go to work. Like then I was out for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, right? And then like when the 6th week ended and I was ready to go back, I was like, I can't go back because I can't even move. I can't even turn my neck, right?
Oh, shit. Damn.
And fucking, I had to go back because they were like, well, you got to go back. The doctor said you're good enough to go back. So I was like, I'm not, and I had to go back, man. I'll tell you this, dude, for like 2 years after that, I still was working for 2 years after that. It wasn't only till like maybe 4 or 5 years ago that the pain started to like morph into pain. So it wasn't in that area anymore.
Yeah, I get them injections in your hips, in your joints.
Yeah. Yeah, those are no joke.
Yeah, my fucking my hips are fucked, totally fucked, man. Where I can't even bend down, kneel, get on the ground or nothing.
Dude, when you get those needles, have you ever had it hit a nerve when they give you the needle?
Fuck yeah, and you jolt, and what the fuck?
Oh my god, dude, I had it hit a nerve when they gave me that needle in my spine, bro. I never felt anything like it in my life, and it fucking winded up hurting so bad for hours later that it was like a whiplash I got from it, like feeling. And the doctors were like, "Yeah, it's normal. It happens one time out of 1,000 epidurals." And I'm like, yeah, so it has to fucking happen to me one time out of 1,000. And I couldn't feel my legs for like a week and a half, bro. Like I felt like I couldn't walk like for like a week and a half. It was fucked, so I stopped going for those things, the epidurals, because that was a very scary experience, man, with that shit.
Yeah, when I get my hips done, I fucking the first time I was awake, you know what I mean, and I had that nerve pain in my joints, and then the second time here, I went and fucking they put me to sleep. It was kind of cool. They put me to sleep and did it.
Yeah, that's better that way when you go to sleep. But I don't like going to sleep, and I never used to. They used to be like, "Do you want a Twilight, or we can put you to sleep?" I was like, "Nope, I'm good." And they're like, "You sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want to go to sleep."
Yeah.
I don't like with the sleep, dude. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it's like I got bad knees, bad hips, bad back, fucking.
Me too, bro. Me too, dude. You got to see, man. I swear, I have such a fucked up neck and back that I've had issue throughout my whole entire like mid-20s to now. Like it started to go so bad because I played hockey at such like a high level for so long that I did shit to my body like a fucking idiot, where I just didn't care when I was a kid. I just didn't give a fuck. I thought, oh, my body's going to be fine. I always heal. I'll be fine.
Yep.
But now you pay for it when you get older.
Yeah, I know. That's like, you played hockey. I played football ever since I was in elementary school.
Yeah,
and we took state in 91 and got to play in the Metrodome.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I was the same way, dude. I fucking would full out run and tackle and smash and fucking, you know what I mean? And not think about it and, fucking shit like that. And it put a lot of wear on my body. And then especially bouncing around in a truck all day long,
Yeah, well, I got news for you. My father was a driver for years, and that was one of the things that he would complain about a lot because he had a lot of spinal cord injuries too.
Yeah.
I mean, he had them from Vietnam and shit, but he also got it from driving trucks and buses. And my father used to run charter buses, those big, like double-decker buses, the luxury.
They're like in England, yeah.
My father would run those buses from Long Island, the middle of the island, all the way to Atlantic City. So he'd go through New York City, through New Jersey to Atlantic City, and then like I guess like 14 hours later, they would load the bus up again with like fucking 200 people, and he'd drive all the way through Jersey, through the city, and then back to Long Island, and he'd be doing like fucking, I think 7 of those a week, where he every night he was driving back and forth, and he used to make really good money doing it because these buses were huge, and not many people could operate these buses, but the bus was luxury, but the driver's seat was like, my father told me it was like sitting on bricks, and that like every time they would hit a bump or this or that, it fucking would fuck him up. And they found out that like after so many years that his spine like actually lost like half an inch from all the times that he was like pounding downward.
Yep.
And that shit happens in those trucks and buses, bro. Like you could really fuck your spinal cord up bad.
Yeah, I drove end dump too, you know, big Class A semi end dumps that are like dump trucks, but have a big trailer. And, you know, you get out on the road, you know, on the construction sites and stuff, and you're, you know, dumping your loads, driving in there, bouncing like son of a bitch all day long. And yeah, it fucking, you know, I mean, my injury that got me out of working now for, you know, I don't know how long here, but fucking, you know, I was basically up on a 40-yard container, tarping it, and I fell into the container and fucked up my knee really bad and my back and shit, and so I was on disability and shit for a while, and so it's like fucking, you know, get fucked up at work, and then they didn't believe, you know, they fucking wouldn't pay me. I had to take them to court and shit. My fucking boss.
That sucks. Yeah, I used to work a backhoe when I worked in the cemetery. The last 2 years I worked there, I was on the backhoe, and you know, driving that backhoe and fucking operating it and digging those holes used to fuck me up on the back of that thing too, man. I used to get sick and dizzy from the fucking fumes of the diesel, and like fucking the camp would be jumping around. It'd be 500 fucking degrees on the inside of this thing during the summer.
Yep.
And there's no air conditioning, and it was just a fan. And I used to be like, what's the sense of putting on a fan with just fucking hot air blowing on you? You know?
Yeah, basically driving is the only thing I ever really did. I mean, I first started driving one of them van trucks, working for a food shelf. I worked there for like 3 years, and then I got a job working for Keebler as a sales rep. I'd go around, you know, town to town, handing out Keebler cookies and stuff.
Keebler cookies, because people don't know better.
Yep, and I did that for a while, and then I got into, I went to Colorado for about 7 years, and I got my Class A, and then I drove over the road, did that, drove doubles and triple semis, and then fucking, after that I got out and I drove a concrete truck, a Class A concrete truck, for like 4 or 5 years, and then I got into driving them end dumps, and then my last job was driving that, you know, fucking roll off containers. So yeah, it's like, you know, right now I'm like almost 50 years old, so it's like, you know, I'm at that point where, you know, a lot of people want young bucks to do the jobs, you know. I mean, you know.
Well, speaking, bro, like there's a company that started on Long Island. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this company. They're called Entenmann's.
No,
They make cake and cupcakes and fucking like
cake
it's called Entenmann's. It's called Entenmann's, and they're the first people created cake and pie and stuff like that with a clear cover to their box, like so you could actually see it inside the box, the pie.
Oh,
wow!
And they started on Long Island, and it's a local company, right? And there's only one of them. And this one company distributes what they make to the whole entire U.S. And what they do is they hire local people that live on Long Island to drive their trucks to all locations that sell Entenmann food products.
Wow.
And yeah, all the food products are made in one spot here on Long Island at their factory that has been open since the 1940s.
Wow.
This factory has been open since it was built in 1939. This factory on Long Island, and it's been open. operated and owned by the same family since 1940 till right now, present day.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
they deliver to the whole entire U.S. that sells Entenmann products. And I think that like only certain areas of the U.S. sell Entenmann's. I think that there are all places in Texas and California. And like, I think they're in like almost every state of the union. But they all are made and delivered by Entenmann's drivers and their factory. So like they hire the drivers from around here. And if you get on to be Entenmann's driver, man, you make some good money because like you're delivering, you get to use their trucks that are number one. Like they buy like the high end, unbelievable like trucks, like state of the art, fucking high end, beautiful. You know who makes their trucks? Mercedes Benz.
Wow.
Have you ever seen that?
No, I never. I didn't know Mercedes Benz even made trucks. I just know the cars. That's about it.
I know
Minnesota.
I know they made
Silver.
trucks.
Yeah, they have. You're talking about them vans, right? The Mercedes vans. Or
dude, this Mercedes, it's a fucking. It could drive. It's an 18-wheeler. It's like the big 18-wheeler hookup.
Oh, yeah. No, I never knew Mercedes made them.
Yeah, dude. You know what? The Mercedes logo in the front of the truck, it's like the regular logo, but it's so big because it's on a huge hood, like a huge not a hood. What is that called again in the front? The radio. What's the thing in front?
Ornament?
The grill.
The grill. The grill is so huge. It's so huge on this truck that the Mercedes logo, when you put it up to it, it's bigger than like 3 basketballs, like size. Like it's huge. It's fucking low. And they buy the state-of-the-art trucks, and they're all white. They paint all their shit white. So, like, their trucks and the whole 18-wheelers that they drive are all white, and the sign is all, like, blue. And it's really cool looking, man. But if you get on with these guys, and I knew one dude that worked for Entenmann's for a while in their factory, and he made a lot of fucking money because it's, like, privately owned, you know?
Yeah.
But it pays when you drive shit and has like the safety features because those trucks, like I was saying, that my whole point was those trucks have like these sensors that are built into the seats that stop the bouncing and the like the constant wear and tear on your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Damn.
It's like they should have that for every fucking vehicle because it would
Range Rovers have that.
Yeah, well. But
Range Rovers have it.
Unfortunately, the people who need it don't get it, and the people who don't want it or need it wind up getting it. So what's wrong with this? You know,
same thing when it comes.
I know Range Rovers have it.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah,
it's like the best. You know, the best driving job I ever had. I was making $35 an hour. That's the best job I've ever had. I mean, that's probably shit compared to what you guys make, but it was like, you know, that was, I made $35 an hour. That was the best job I ever had.
I don't even know what the fuck I make per hour, man, to tell you the truth, because I've been on the same job for like 22 years.
Wow.
And all I know is what I make per year. You know what I mean? That's all I know what I make per year and per paycheck. I'm used to, I know what I get.
As long as they get the paycheck, you're good.
Yeah. Give me that money.
Yeah, that's when I lived in Colorado, man, and I was in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, I was like 25 years old, fucking going to bar. I'd get off of work, go fucking get shit-faced at the bar, fucking,
dude,
yeah.
It's funny, man. I used to have the easiest job. When I got out of high school, my father got me a job with him. And at that time, they got a contract to work at a college. And to do the dorm rooms, they were painting and like redoing all the dorm rooms in these colleges. And it was during the winter when no kids were at school. And we were working there in between the times when all the kids went home for the holidays or whatever. And the job, dude, basically when I got there, my father was like, all right, just pick a room. And if you hear anybody yell your name, just come out. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do I do? And he's like, just go in the room and hang out. And I'm like, what do you mean just hang out? And he's like, just sit there. And when we need you, we'll call it. I'm like, why? Don't you want me to do something? And he's like, just sit in the room, and when we need you, we'll call you.
So you
I go,
got paid to sit down.
dude, I sit in this room.
Wow.
I'm sitting there and I'm waiting to be called, like, and to help these guys, to spackle or to strip walls or something. And nobody calls me. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like,
easiest job in the world.
Well, I came to my father at the end of the day. I go, like, what the fuck? What are you guys doing here, man? I'm just going to sit in a room all day? And he's like, well, they didn't need you today. And I'm like, well, what are you guys doing? I want to, like, hang out with you guys at least. Like, I don't want to sit in a room. And my father was like, oh, yeah. He's like, well, I'm in a room sleeping. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like,
oh,
damn. Watching TV and playing.
The boss man sleeping.
Like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm in another room watching TV, and I lay down, and and I'm like, when the fuck do we work? And he was like, we'll start working, don't worry. And then like 2 weeks later, or like a week later, all of a sudden one day we had this huge job to do, and like there were 6 other people there that I didn't even know worked with me, and I was like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm so and so's son. How you doing? And like all of a sudden we start taking sledgehammers and knocking down this fucking brick wall. And dude, then I was like, God damn, okay, now today, all of a sudden, now I'm working my balls off, knocking people down, and I'm sweating, and I'm dirty with all this.
How old were you, Ken?
And it was like, I was like, what the fuck kind of job is this? I'm like, but I didn't realize that that's the way it is when you work for like government jobs and shit,
Wow.
How it is,
How old did you start? How old did you start working then, Ken?
I was 22, 23.
22?
I was 22.
You were 22? Toot?
Yeah, I was 22 years old when I started working job that I have right now. Not the same exact job though.
Okay.
I've moved.
No, but with your dad.
Well, I worked with my father before then, like when I was like 17, 18.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was going at with your dad all along. Yeah.
I was like 17, right when I got out of high school. I started working with my father on that job in this college where I was being paid like, and what made me think of that job was because Minnesota Silver Roll said that he was getting paid like $35 an hour or something. Yeah. And I knew what I was making back then. Yeah. I was 18 years old, and I was making like $32 an hour.
Wow.
Jeez. And it was right out of high school. And my father got me a great job, but it was with a place that we only had a contract with, so the job wasn't there all the time.
Wow.
And then that was it. It was gone like 2 months later, the job.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was fun because I made good money, and I learned how to like do construction work. 18 years old. I learned how to knock down walls. I learned how to fucking like frame out windows. I learned how to like strip down fucking walls, and I learned how to paint.
You learned how to strip? What?
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
I learned how to fucking put my picture on the fucking pole and put my pussy lips on the pole.
Oh my gosh.
And he whips his hair back and forth.
You should probably check out Bullfrog's pussy lips, or that's all the balls hanging he's got right now.
I'll pass.
I bet you. Hey,
I remember my first job was working for my cousin doing carpentry work and shit. And I was 10 and a half, 11 years old almost, and did it. And
job. 15 years old. I worked for Pizza Hut.
Oh, wow.
I worked for
I did carpentry work all the way up till I was...
Till he hacked his thumb off.
22, 23, and then...
He accidentally mistaked his thumb for the board.
All the way up until...
I got it.
I did truck driving once.
All the way up.
I'm sorry. I did over-road truck drive.
I worked with my father all the way up until I hacked my fucking thumb off with a fucking tack hammer.
Oh.
Damn, dude.
Oh, shit.
damn.
You painted yourself to the wall.
I never had any of that shit happen. Shit.
Well, all the way up until the point where I fucking accidentally thought my thumb was the head of a nail.
Oh shit.
And I smashed it. I smashed it like a fucking grape.
And it fucking exploded.
Fucking throbbing like a son of a bitch.
It exploded.
I look like fucking Yosemite Sam.
The thumb, that is.
Yosemite Sam.
Doom, 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 doom.
Fucking
No, shit, man. I mean, I have quite a few years. Shit, I still do carpentry work for side work.
Yo, redneck. I mean, hey, man, I was doing carpentry work all the way up until I hacked my whole fucking left hand off with a fucking...
Oh, shit.
And now I don't... Now
fucking great around here, you know, man.
I got
hacked my hand off.
What am I
doing? Some silver too well.
What the fuck?
Wear it over unaware.
With one hand, man. What am I gonna do with one fucking hand, man?
You cap it, man, and you cap it.
Off all fucking day, man.
Hey, man, fucking, you just gotta sit there and take some more lubes and you're good to go, man.
Yeah.
Cut that hand off, man.
Hey, guys, it's about close to 10 p.m. here. I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's getting that time
So
anyway.
Yeah.
Let's make sure next time you fucking give me a reach around, man.
A reachy.
Yeah, man.
I spoke, so everyone leaves because I spoke.
No, could you
No, that's not that. Plus, I got work tomorrow, so.
Dr. Earl.
Yes.
I understand your.
Could you imagine if your nickname was Reach Around?
My what? Couldn't hear you.
Imagine like somebody gave like say you came into the community and like told a stupid story like, hey man, you know this girl jerked me off and she's putting a thumb in my ass and then she gave me a reach around and then ever since then they call you Reach Around. Like that.
Pretty much the same thing with Tommy and those quarters.
My name is Quarters. Why do they call him Quarters? Oh, because he used to stick quarters in the air. He used to stick. Oh, why do they call him Silver Dollar? Well, because he used to put silver dollar.
Oh.
Joe one time admitted that he stuck a toothbrush up his ass.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's disgusting.
So did he floss it? So did he later floss his ass with Leah's thong underwear?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, Brown. Oh, Tommy just lost his quarters.
He lost the silver dollars too.
I had to do it.
Slot machine, Tommy.
Tommy, quit that now.
Yo, Minnesota Silver
Yeah.
Roll. Silver Roll.
Yo.
When you were doing that night with the quarter sound and you guys were talking about Tommy, I was listening to you guys that night and I was laughing my ass off every time I heard that.
Fuck, if he actually dropped quarters out of his ass, I'd love him to be here, man. I'd be making money all the time.
So does this mean that the term "got money up the ass" is true for Tommy?
Hey, Dr. Earl, you know what, man?
What?
I'll tell you what, Tommy's the only guy I know that could play quarters with his asshole.
Oh, yeah, shoot him out and bounce it into the cup.
Hey,
Tom play beer pong with those quarters.
Yeah, here's the sound. Oh, you missed.
That was a miss. It hit the rim.
Yeah.
Listen, not only can Tommy shoot quarters with his asshole, but he also takes the shots in his asshole.
Oh.
Listen, when he misses,
Disgusting.
when he misses, he's got to take a shot in his asshole. Let's see if he takes this next shot and he gets it. Come on, Tommy, get it.
Oh.
Come
Get
on,
it, Tommy.
Come on, Tommy. Hit the quarter.
Oh,
Tommy.
He missed again. Man.
Oh, he missed again.
What the hell, Tommy?
Oh,
A whole bunch
that
of
one
quarters
just dropped out.
A whole bunch just fell out that time.
Tommy, pick up your asshole again with a quarter and take another shot.
What the hell was that, redneck?
Yo, you'd be so funny. Like a quarter sound, and Tommy moaning. Like Tommy moaning after the quarter sound, like ding.
He
like deep throat shit.
he
like deep throat shit.
That's good.
He deep throats some quarters.
Yeah, hey, here's one, Ken, that I got off your show.
I'm like, this guy filled me up. He filled my mouth up.
Oh my god, it's great.
You said someone's gonna record that, someone's gonna take it, so I had to do it, bro.
That's great.
He filled your mouth up.
And then, then I got Shannon doing this one.
Tommy, would you do that? Would you open your mouth if that guy was squirting it?
My wife.
That one.
Fuck it.
I deep throat shit. Yo,
You like that one?
Throat shit.
You like that one? That one's pretty funny.
Yo, I'm gonna go in and watch this movie, man. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good rest of the night.
Yeah,
bro.
I think we're gonna head out too.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of that time.
Happy Thanksgiving, late Thanksgiving, whatever.
Peace
Love
out.
So,
Yeah, love you, Fallmouth Ken, and thanks a lot for being on the show.
Yeah, we're glad to. Always good to have you on, man.
Yep.
Come down.
Peace out.
Come.
Thanks, Ken.
One time, go down. Here we go.
The great foul-mouthed Ken, ladies and gentlemen.
The famous.
Well,
Alright, we love you.
we had the great
Right.
foul-mouthed Ken on tonight.
Yep.
The great Dr. Earl Brown.
Yep.
You rock.
Redneck.
We
Redneck
also had
and
the
Return to Big D.
Redneck on tonight.
hell yeah,
Big D
buddy.
in the studio.
The Return to Big D.
The return of Big
Big
D.
D?
Yep.
Silver Hunter.
Yo.
All right.
And me, Minnesota Vikings fan, motherfucker.
You rock.
Yeah, and I think you're cool too.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's okay. Thanks.
All right.
Peace out.
Everybody have a great ass weekend.
Yeah,
Alright,
you
you
too,
too.
man. Appreciate you on the show, man.
Dr. Earl.
All right, you too, guys.
Alright, you guys, you too, brother.
All right, bye bye.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
Have a good
It's
I'm still on.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
The short version for all you whiners.
Kick his ass!
Ouch. Ouch.
What are you sitting?
No, my hips, dude. Fucking when I sit in this fucking chair for a while.
motherfuckers.
Kick his ass!
Kick his motherfucking ass.
Can I scooter you?
That fat
Yeah, no.
fucking
I was
ass.
gonna use up tons of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Door tile?
Yeah.
Kick his ass!
Yeah. 100 plus episodes of Real as Fuck TV.
And then because of his name, it snaps to snap to snap.
On the front door?
version. Much shorter. You're welcome.